From Harris Publishing and Idaho Falls Magazine.
Hello once again, everybody. John Balginy, Tyler Petersen, live from Melaleuca Field on Jim Garshow Way in Idaho Falls. Coming right up is Idaho Falls Chukars baseball. The first time for the Toyota pregame show. Our guest tonight will be Bronson Butcher, the Butcher, who had a nice day on Tuesday at the plate, or I should say Monday. Sit back and enjoy another night of Idaho Falls Chukars baseball on KSPZ The Sports Zone, your home for Fox Sports Radio.
Welcome back to the Toyota pregame show. Tyler Petersen with Chukars catcher Bronson Butcher. In that last game, Butch, against Missoula, you came off the bench. You hit 2 home runs. The first one on the first pitch of the at-bat. What was your plan at the plate when you came off the bench there?
Mainly just kind of sitting fastball for a little while. Really just trying to put good wood on a ball and see something up, and I ended up, having 2 good pitches to swing at and the bat after that. So having 2 good barrels and resulted in 2 home runs.
I know you had some family in town. Who is here, and how did it feel to do what you did in front of them?
Oh, man, it was really good. It was just my mom and my sister, so, getting to see them out here, they're not too far away, so they get to come pretty often, and especially, coming in off the bench hitting 2 home runs when they were here was pretty sweet moment.
You're a natural catcher, but we've seen you at third. Now, I know you're going to do whatever it takes when Coach calls your name to get in there. How familiar are you with the infield, though, as opposed to being behind the plate?
An 18-year-old left-hander on the mound, Jose Martinez for the Vibes. 6'1", 180 out of Saltillo, Mexico. He's worked in 3 games. This will be his 4th game, his 2nd start. In the previous 3 games, he's worked 5 1/3 innings, has given up 6 hits, struck out 4, but walked 6. Opposing batters hitting .273 off Martinez, and the earned average a very high 10.12. So it's Chuck Steele leading things off for the Chukars. Chuck and the Chukars. Chuck hitting .267 with a double, a triple, and he's knocked in 7 runs this year. So left-hander Jose Martinez on the mound. And Antonio Villasescu, the catcher. I'm going to call him Tony. First pitch called strike 1. Defense for the Vibes is Edgar Salazar at 3rd, Brandon Perez, the shortstop, Eduardo Ceballos at 2nd, and Jacob Barfield at first base. Josh Esparza in left, Manny Ayoke, former Chukar, in center, Aldo Nunez in right. Next pitch misses high, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Antonio Villasescu, the catcher. He's the old guy on the team, 27. The majority of these players are teenagers.
That's one of the biggest difference, John, between this team and all the others we've seen.
But they're holding their own, 4 and 5 coming into the game. First pitch or next pitch is high for a ball. It's 2 and 1.
One common opponent. They had a 3-game series with Billings, and then they also played the Grand Junction Rockies to open the season, and that is when they had their one and only slugfest knockout round.
They're the 2nd best pitching staff in the Pioneer League. Swing and a miss by Steele. Good fastball, and it's 2 and 2.
Chukars, obviously, with all the runs they've scored, they've got statistically the better offense. They have twice as many RBI as the Vibes do. Chukars have 90, and the Vibes with 45.
9 games, that means the Chucks averaging 10 RBI a game. 2-2. Nobody out, nobody on, bottom of 1. Pitch in the dirt, count full. John and Tyler with you on this Wednesday night. Cancer Awareness Night, and the Chukars are wearing special uniform jerseys tonight that will be auctioned off after the ball game, and of course all that money going for a good cause. Tyler can explain that after this 3-2 pitch. The kick, the pitch, popped up, foul territory, left side. Third baseman Salazar coming over. He's going to make the catch, nearly popped out of the glove, but Steele fouls out to the third baseman for out number 1.
John, as you were saying, these are going to be auctioned. It's actually going to be a silent auction during the game, I was told, by Chris Hall, our assistant GM. So if you're in the stadium right now and you would like to help us out on this fundraising night, we please ask that you be generous. All the money will go to the Mountain View Charities to help with cancer awareness and research and helping those patients. You can find that table right in our in front of our office, and choose the player you like the best.
Here's shortstop Alex Monzi, normally batting 9th in the order, moves up to number 2. And he takes the first pitch from Martinez for a called strike 1. Alex hitting .412 with a double and 6 RBI this year. Martinez working from the stretch with nobody on base. Next pitch misses the inside corner, and the count is 1-1. Chukars are the 2nd best team in the league hitting-wise, the 2nd worst team pitching-wise, and right in the middle of the league in fielding. 1-1, hit back to the screen, 1-2. Rocky Mountain, the 2nd worst hitting team, but the 2nd best pitching team.
So they're both appropriately 4 and 5.
Yeah, pretty much all the way across. Team stats and league standings. 1-2 on Manji with Matt Feinstein on deck. The 1-2 pitch hit foul over our heads, and the count remains 1-2.
And I think it's worth saying we apologize for our early technical issues on the radio and on our stream. That's all cleared up, I understand. And we've got a new connection for our YouTube live stream if you're listening right now. Hopefully it's crystal clear on your end.
The count now 1-2. The Vibes with their gray uniforms, black numbers, and red lettering on the front. Next pitch to Alex is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Chucker shortstop.
The last time you saw this team in this stadium, John, they were the Helena Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
And they were voiced by our good friend Greg Mraz.
Yes, they were. 2-2. Base hit into right field as Manji goes the opposite way. Just served that pitch that was on the outside corner into right for a single. And the first pitch, or first hit of the ball game. Here's Matt Feinstein, Chucker right fielder. Leads the league in hitting at .516. Has 1 double, 2 triples, a home run, and he's knocked in 9.
One of the main reasons Manji's batted second today is with that hit, he has now got a hit in all 10 games for a 10-game hitting streak to start the season.
Nice way to start the season. Manji has been the only Chucker caught trying to steal this season. There's 6 of 7. First pitch for Martinez at the knees, called strike 1. Feinstein out of Old Brookville, New York. Right-handed hitter, 6'1", 205 from Dartmouth. And he loves the home cooking, does Matt. Although he's hitting .516 against the league here at Melaleuca Field. Feinstein hitting .609. 14 hits in 23 at-bats here at home. Manji with the lead, the 0-1 pitch. That'll be a line drive, single into center. So Feinstein continues his torrid streak at the plate. And it brings up Andrew Don. His numbers, batting average .441, 2 home runs, 2 doubles. He leads the team in RBI with 14. And at home, yep, Andrew hits .522 here at the Luke.
And they're picking up right where they left off, John. 2 hits in the first already.
Andrew, a right-handed hitter. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Martinez first pitch, a breaking ball that sort of froze Andrew, called strike 1. Plenty of good seats here at the ballpark. Come on out, have some fun. Enjoy some Pioneer League baseball. 0-1 pitch. Did he check it? He could not. And the count is 0-2. Home plate umpire Rick Daly tonight.
Jose Martinez, you can certainly say, has the off-speed working. According to our gun, it's in the 60s for some of those pitches. Definitely not a fireballer by any means.
Manji at second, Feinstein at first, and Andrew Don at the plate calls timeout.
Jose Martinez, only 18 years old, born in 2003.
0-2 inside. Pitch misses. 1-2 the count. I have socks older than that.
I was going to say, I think I would have been in the 3rd grade in 2003.
I would have been right here in this same booth.
Was 03 a good year for the Pods?
Pitch inside. No, it was not. Padres sent us some great teams in the late 90s, but when they added an extra team, that took a lot of talent away, and the last 2 years for the Idaho Falls Padres were not good. And then the Royals came to town, and everything's been bright and cheery. 2-2. Ball hit on the right side, foul ball. Looks like Billy Butler coaching at first base for the first time this season.
I was going to say the very next year, Mr. Butler arrived in town.
2004, yep. It's been Caden White coaching at first base, former Idaho Falls Tiger, but Billy's on the turf in the first base box. The skipper, Billy Gardner Jr. at third. The count is 2-2 on Andrew Don with 1 out. 2 men on, no score, bottom of 1. That pitch Boy, it was set up on the inside corner. Martinez hit the target, but the pitch was inside, and the count now full. First of 6 straight against Rocky Mountain. Payoff pitch, Martinez to Don, 3-2. Ground ball, foul ball, third base side. So we'll do the 3-2 all over again.
Not only the first of 6 straight, but for the whole season, this is game 1 of 24 against the boys from Colorado Springs.
The Pioneer League schedule maker should be, well, I won't go there. Tar and feathered, 3-2. A squibber foul right past Billy B. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, we play Boise and Rocky Mountain 24 times, so not even in our division. We play Great Falls, who is in our division, 6 times.
Tarring and feathering sort of has gone out of fashion, hasn't it?
Well, yes, but I don't want to tase anybody. 3-2 pitch. That's inside, ball 4. Bases are loaded for Daniel Martins Molinari. Daniel went yard in Monday's ball game, hitting .438, 4 doubles, a home run, and 12 RBI on the year.
It's all about these early innings for the Chukars.
It's crazy what they've done the first 2 innings.
97 runs on the year, but 48 of those in the first 2 innings.
So half of them come in innings 1 and 2. And then the bad guys catch up after that.
That's the script that's been written so far.
Righty-lefty matchup. Martinez, the left-hander, facing Martins Molinari, the right-handed hitter. And the pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Wednesday, June 2nd, daytime, or I should say the game time temp was 84. Blue skies, we should hit 90 tomorrow and Friday. Daniel calls timeout. He's the DH tonight out of Redwood City, California. That curveball finds the zone for a called strike 1.
Well, we saw Molinari supply his own power with a 3-run shot. He's going to have to, well, I'm going to take that back and start that thought over, John, because that's not what I meant to say.
Okay. 1-1 the count. No place to put Martins Molinari. And the pitch, just missed inside. Looked pretty good. The count now 2-1.
I'll give that another shot. So we saw Martins Molinari hit a home run to center in his last game, but against Martinez, he's going to have to supply his own power with some of these 75-mile-an-hour breaking balls.
Martinez just 18 years old. 2-1. Inside, gets away from the, well, it hit the batter, Martins Molinari. He picks up an RBI the hard way. A bases loaded hit by pitch. And the Chukars take a 1-0 lead. For Daniel, his 13th RBI of the season. And it brings up Hunter Hiskey, the newest Chukar, batting .400, 4 for 10. Hiskey had 3 doubles and a single against Missoula on Monday. Home plate umpire needs some baseballs, I believe. I'm not sure what the delay is.
It's a lot of foul balls already. And that's foul ball Paul to the rescue.
Steele fouled out to the third baseman to start the bottom of the first. Monge singled to right. Feinstein singled to center. Andrew Don walked. Daniel Martins Molinari hit by a pitch. And it's now a 1-0 ball game. Lefty-lefty matchup, and taking the pitch high is Hunter Hiskey. One-0 the count. Pitch called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chukars lead 1-0. That pitch outside, 2-1 the count. Hunter Hiskey out of Lee Summit, Missouri. Made his start as a Madre on Sunday. Fouls the next pitch off, 2-2 the count. And he was 4 for 4 in yesterday's game. Actually, he was 4 for 6. The count 2-2. Left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher Martinez. The kick, the 2-2, is way outside, and the count full, 3-2. Bottom of 1, Chukars lead 1-0. Binder had no trouble with the vibes in the top of the first. 3 up, 3 down. Here's a ball, base hit between first and second. 1 run's going to score. Here comes run number 2 to the plate. It's cut off by the first baseman, and it's Hunter Hiskey with a 2-run single. And the Chukars take a 3-0 lead. Ball hit right between first and second. Feinstein and Don scored. Stopping at second was Martins Molinari, and it brings up Thomas DeBonville, the center fielder.
You know, we talk about guys having good offensive nights or teams, every once in a while having a stinker. I think this is just what they do. I think they just hit the ball over the place. We've seen it for basically 10 straight games now.
And that'll bring out the pitching coach for the Vibes. That is Michael Garcia. No activity in the bullpen. Chukars lead by 3. 2 on and just 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
Again, if you're unfamiliar with the situation with the Rocky Mountain Vibes, they had a chance to take on a whole minor league team from Mexico. So the Acereros de Monclova, which is a team in the Mexican League, has a minor league team. They want to get that minor league team some good experience in America, and that is what this team is here, which you are seeing. So a lot of young guys, a lot of guys without professional experience, but a lot of guys who grew up with baseball and know the game very well.
And for most of these youngsters, first time they've been in the States. Thomas DeVondil, a batter, hitting .278 with 2 home runs, 2 doubles, a triple. He's knocked in 6. At second base, Martins Molinari. At first base, Hunter Hiskey. Chukars with 3 runs on 3 hits. A walk and a hit batter has helped as Martinez steps off the rubber. Great Falls has jumped out on Billings 3-0. Go Voyagers.
Absolutely, go Voyagers. For 2 reasons. 1, I hate to see a team start out that bad, and 2, the Billings is in front of us.
There's the pitch called strike 1. Missoula leads Boise early 2-0. We need to root for the Hawks for the next 6 days. 0-1 the count. 3 runs in. We're in the home half of the first. 0-1 pitch, fly ball right field. Back goes Nunez. He's not going to catch it. It's going to be out of here. Home run. Thomas DeBonville. 3-run jack, his 3rd of the season. And it's a 6-0 lead. Didn't seem like he hit it that hard, but the ball carried pretty darn well. There's no wind to help it. But Nunez, the right fielder, just was ready to play it off the fence in right field, but it never hit the fence and went over the fence.
And how do you know if a guy has power? Well, how about that swing right there, taking that to the opposite field? Not the first time we've seen that this year either from Thomas DeBonville.
So Chukars lead by 6, and it's Bronson Butcher who hit 2 home runs on Monday. So Thomas goes to DeBonville for the 3rd time this year. Pitch inside Butch. Another big inning for the Chukars. The 1-0 for Martinez. Ball hit to left. Esparza coming over. He'll make the catch on the run for out number 2. And the number 9 hitter, Jordan Garr, comes to the plate. For the Chukars, their 10th home run this season. A 3-run shot by Thomas de Bonville here in the bottom of the first. Jordan Garr got his average up to 242. He had 3 hits on Monday when the Chukars pounded out 27 base hits against Missoula. Jordan takes the first pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. 2 outs, nobody on base. Foul back, 1-1. Six runs on 4 base knocks for the Chukars here in the first. Martinez 1-1 pitch to Jordan. Garr takes it high, ball 2. Garr batting 9th. So the Chukars have batted around here in the bottom of inning number 1. Martinez 2-1 pitch to Garr. Called strike on the outside corner. And it's 2-2. Well, Martinez does not throw hard, but the good news, he's a left-hander, and you don't have to throw hard if you're a lefty. If you got good movement, but hasn't been the case, giving up 4 hits, and that one misses outside. The count full, 3-2. Martinez has walked 1. He has hit a batter. Three-two, 2 outs. Activity in the bullpen of the Vibes. Right-hander starting to get ready. Well, the Chukars on Monday night scored 7 in the bottom of the first. They'll try to, 6 right now. Garr hits a pop-up infield left side. Shortstop Perez makes the squeeze for out number 3. Chukars score 6 runs, 4 hits. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We played 1 from Melaleuca. Chukars 6, Vibes nothing. Top of 2, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Vibes. Jacob Barfield, Manny Oyoke, and Antonia
Escusa.
Via Escusa. Thank you very much, Senor Petersen.
De nada.
Barfield, the first baseman, one of the 5 Americans on this team. Jacob Barfield, 25 years old, out of Houston, Texas. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. He's hitting .471 for Rocky Mountain. And Barfield's .471 batting average is number 4 in the Pioneer League. Jake Binder worked 3 up, 3 down in the first. And the first pitch from Jake is fouled off the mask of the home plate umpire, Rick Daly. And the count is 0-1. Barfield with 5 doubles, 3 RBI, and that .471 batting average. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander, Jake Binder, looking for his second straight win. There's a breaker that just missed high. Evens out the count at 1-1. Chukars put 6 on the board in the bottom of the first. 1-1 pitch. That's hit long but foul, right side, off the roof of the clubhouse. And Jake Binder ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. No Webb Little, no Sam Little in the lineup tonight for the Chukars. Webb did play on Monday, went 3 for 4. Well, that was Sunday, pitched low. Monday, he went 2 for 3, and then he was taken out of the ball game.
I do know Sam is sort of nursing his shoulder a little bit. Webb is still dealing with a lingering issue. I forget exactly what the nature of that issue is, but it's something that has sort of kept him in and out of the lineup, sort of been day to day. One day it's good, one day maybe we'll sit him for here. So a little bit more rest for him today, especially after Bronson hit 2 home runs. He worked his way into the lineup.
But we need Webb Little's bat. He's hitting .632 this year. 2-2. Swing and a foul tip. Just got a piece of it to Barfield to stay alive.
Well, you say we need his bat, but then again, we do score about 6 an inning, so.
Maybe we don't.
Maybe
but it's nice to have his bat in there.
It certainly is. He came in to Monday's game batting .625, and his batting average went up.
Chukars averaging right around 11 runs a ball game. Now Barfield calls timeout at the plate. The count is 2-2 on Jacob Barfield. On deck, former Chukar Manny Oyoke. Chukar fans will remember that name. Next pitch, ground ball in the hole. Manji fields on the second hop. The long throw in time. Boy, Alex made that one look easy to get Barfield by about 3 steps. 1 up, 1 down. It brings up Manny Oyoke. He played for the Chukars in 2016. Hit .330 that year with 8 home runs, 53 RBI. In 2017, he spent the summer in Lexington, hit .244. And then in 2018, he played for the Chukars to start the season, hit .474. They moved him up. First pitch to Manny, a called strike. He then went to Lexington, hit .254, and played 9 games for the Omaha Storm Chasers. And then the Royals just dropped him after the 2018 season. Pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's interesting, John. He was only 22.
We had Manny's parents and his family up in the booth back in 2016. In fact, Manny had a game-winning home run with Dad sitting right behind us. Pitch inside, it's 2-1. Manny's hair is a little longer than it was back in 2016. Manny Oyoke, a fan favorite. Hard to believe that was 5 years ago. Swinging a foul back, and it's 2-2. Manny hitting .200. He, of course, was the home run derby winner in the very first game for the Vibes.
He got it on his 5th and final pitch as well.
That's been the only knockout derby. Is that what's it called? Knockout round?
Well, I think we're calling ours the slugfest, but
okay.
I think in the rule book, it's the knockout round.
2-2, Binder to Oyoke. It's going to be a ball snagged by the first baseman, Andrew Don, for out number 2.
It's definitely not called the home run derby because the home run derby has a nice little R for registered TM trademark after its name.
So Manny goes the opposite way. Line drive out to Andrew Don. Here's Antonia via Escusa. Hey, I got it right. He is the catcher, now known as Tony. Big left-handed batter. He's the oldest Vibe at 25 years old. Breaking ball from Binder is a called strike one. 5'11", 190. Left-handed hitter against the righty Binder. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2 on a nasty slider by Jake. A Binder went, 6 innings against Missoula, gave up just 2 hits and shut out that Paddlehead team. That was a 14-0 Chukars win in Missoula.
The team that looks to be, at least right now, the class of the North.
Binder ahead in the count 0-2, 2 out, nobody on base. We're in the top of the second. And that pitch low for a ball. It's 1-2. Via Escusa hitting .333 as a double and an RBI. They'll wind up the 1-2 pitch outside. 2-2 the count. Chukars sent 9 men to the plate in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Binder's retired the first 6 batters he's faced in this game. We go to the bottom of the second. Chukars with a 6-0 lead on KSPZ The Sports Zone. Bottom of the second and the top of the order, Steele, Monge, and Feinstein to face the 18-year-old lefty out of Saltillo, Mexico, Jose Martinez.
Just another ho-hum 6-run first inning for the Chukars, and Chuck Steele's just going to take his second at bat in the second inning.
Steele fouled out to the third baseman his first time up. The baseball Bob on hand tonight. The Eskridges are here keeping score as they usually do. Love that, Bill. Not too many people do it anymore. I did it when I was a kid every time I went to a ball game. First pitch to Chuck Steele is inside, ball 1. Now, I have never scored at home. At least, well, let me rephrase that. I have never scored a baseball game at home.
From home.
Yeah, right. Or at home. High pop-up, left side, third baseman Salazar waits for it to come down, and for the second straight at-bat, Steele fouls out to the third baseman.
I got to think about that now. Have I ever sat in front of the TV and scored a game? I don't think I've done that either.
Nope, I've never have. But every time I went to a ball game, it was buy me a program and keep score. Here's Alex Monge, singled and scored his first time up. First pitch to Alex, high, ball one. Adrian Luevano is here at the ball game, shooting film for Local News 8. He had a couple of days off. What's up with that? Thought sports guys work 7 days a week. Tyler, you do, don't you?
I think I work 8 days a week, John.
Great Falls leads Billings 4-0. Missoula over Boise 2-0. Ogden and Grand Junction, no score in the fourth. Other scores around the league. 1-1 pitch to Manji. Swings and fouls it out of play into the parking lot. It's 1-2.
A couple roster changes, John, I want to talk about. First of all, for those who don't know, right-handed pitcher Alex Leach was released yesterday on the off day. He is on waivers right now, which any team can claim him. And Ricardo Sanchez, who was released, was claimed by the Boise Hawks.
Oh, so we'll get to see him 24 times.
So we'll get to see him 24 times.
That could be interesting.
It could be. He's a very talented player.
And he did not leave on best conditions, I guess. Pitch inside, 2-2. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second.
It was too bad, too. The game night that Ricardo was released, he had a ringing double, and he threw out a guy on a perfect throw.
2-2 pitch. Alex takes it inside. Count full, 3-2. On deck is Matt Feinstein, to be followed by Andrew Don. The 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Chukars all batting over 400. There's Steve Thayer, the team photographer. High pop up down the right field line. Barfield, the first baseman, makes the catch in foul territory, so a couple of foul outs. One to the third baseman, one to the first baseman. And it brings up Matt Feinstein, who singled and scored his first time up.
I think that's already 4 foul outs, John. It looks maybe 3 on my score sheet. Now I'm looking at it.
Chukars are making contact. They have not struck out. They've walked once and has been hit once at the plate. Here's Matt Feinstein, leads the Pioneer League in hitting. Takes the pitch down low. A .516 batting average for the Chukars right fielder. Bottom of 2, 6-0 the score. Pitch is a high fly ball, shallow right field. Nunez coming in, and he overran it. And nobody touched it. That's going to be a gift single. Nunez, the right fielder, came into foul territory. No wind, so he just basically misplayed it. And Matt Feinstein will take that gift. So Feinstein now 2 for 2. Brings up Andrew Don. For Rocky Mountain, their 20th error of the season. By comparison, the Chukars have committed 14. Pitch to Don is a called strike on the inside corner.
Are you going with a hit or a base error?
No, it's hit. Nobody. I mean, just
Okay.
overran. He misplayed it.
So they've only got 19 on the season then, right?
Correct.
Okay,
My bad.
all good.
Pitch low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I was going to say I didn't quite see that ball, but I was pretty sure you said hit.
Yeah, he just overran it. Nobody got any leather on it. Two outs, runner at first base. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss on a high fastball. And the count now 1-2. At first base, Feinstein. Martinez has kept the Chukars off the board. Pitches low and inside. That'll even out the count. 2-2 on Andrew Don. First baseman Barfield staring into the sun, holding on the runner at first. 2-2 pitch, just got a piece of it, chopped foul by Andrew, and the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Martins Molinari. 2-2. The Chukars cleanup hitter who was walked. And that pitch inside, count full 3-2. So Feinstein will be off with the pitch.
I'd say this is probably a tighter strike zone from Rick Daly than we've seen with some umpires.
I would agree with that.
Because Martinez is locating these balls pretty well, I must say.
3-2, 2 outs. There goes the runner. The pitch home is a swing and a miss. Down goes Andrew Don, and Martinez shuts out the Chukars. No runs on a hit, no errors, and they leave one man on base. We go to the top of the third. It's the Chukars 6 and Rocky Mountain nothing.
Oh, nice.
Top of 3, it'll be Barnes, Esparza, and Ceballos. The bottom of the order to face Jake Binder, who's worked a perfect 2 frames. It's our celebrity third inning, and we welcome not one but 2 radio legends here in East Idaho. From News Talk 107.9, Neil Larson and Julie Mason.
Celebrities, that's a stretch, John.
No, it's not.
You said legend, and I'm sitting next to a legend, so this is awesome.
I think that's the first time I've heard Julie not say a word because I didn't turn the mic on.
Yeah.
Neil Larson, Julie Mace, you can hear him weekday mornings, 6 to 10 on News Talk 107.9. Here's a fly ball. Back goes the right fielder. Going back, it's going to be off the wall. And Griffin Barnes will have the first hit of the ball game for Rocky Mountain, a leadoff double to right field. All right, let's get to know you folks. Besides being on the radio, let's start with Julie. Give us a little life bio of you.
I was
where you're from and born and all that good stuff.
Born and raised in Idaho Falls. This park is special to me. My dad was an umpire before he passed. You know my father.
One of the best fast-pitch softball umpires I had ever seen. Yeah, your dad, Denny, was a great umpire and a great man.
Yeah, and so this is home for me. This is where I feel comfortable, love this park, and so, yeah. Born and raised in Idaho Falls, love the Chukars, love this ballpark.
How about college? Where'd you go?
I was up at what was Rick's.
You're not that old, are you?
I am.
I don't believe that.
I was the sports editor of the newspaper up there, so those were my journalism roots, and now I hang out with Neil Larson every morning.
That's right. Yeah. Neil, how about you? What's your quick bio?
Well, I'm an East Idaho kid, born and raised. I grew up in the potato fields out in Bingham County and went to school at Aberdeen and went off to college at Idaho State University. And
Go Bengals.
Proud Bengal alum.
Along with me.
Along with you, yeah. Fellow Bengal. I always love running into fellow Bengals.
Here's a swing and a miss, the count 1-2. So after ISU, you got into radio?
I actually was in radio for a few years while I was going to school in Pocatello, and then just decided to stay around here and gravitated toward news talk and the news, and stayed with it. I love it. It's my passion. And here we are today.
Count 1 and 2. Ground ball hit to the shortstop, Manji. He'll look the runner back at second. The throw in time for out number 1 here in the third. Talking with Neil and Julie from News Talk 107.9. And of course, was it maybe 9 months ago, maybe a year ago that you all joined Sandhill Media?
Actually, we were on staff a year ago. We launched the News Talk station on June 8th of last year. So we're coming up on 1 year.
Coming up on 1 year. And they haven't kicked you off yet.
No.
Not
They
yet.
should have, but they haven't.
There's been a couple of occasions. Maybe that's would have been appropriate.
Of course, you all worked previously together out, brand number X over across town.
Yeah, there was another station.
Yeah,
that
I can't remember the name.
I don't remember either.
But how long have you been doing News Talk now, Neil?
I've been doing. I started in radio in June of '91, so I'm coming up on 30 years in radio. News Talk, I probably moved into News Talk about 5 years into the career, so 25 years or so.
Swing and a miss by Ceballos, 0-2. And how did you get wrangled into News Talk, Julie?
I knew of Neil. He knew of me. We lived near each other. I saw the job opening was available, and I felt like it was time to use my journalism roots, so I applied for the job.
And you got the job.
Got the job.
The rest is history, as they say. 0-2
It's-
pitch, misses outside.
I should say it's been a very good 3.5, almost 4 years
Almost 4
now.
years.
Yeah, coming up in September that we've worked together.
I work across the hall from these two. I used to early in the morning, now semi-retired, but very popular duo, these two on the radio. There's a ground ball hit to the second baseman, Garfields. He throws to first, out number 2, and we'll go to the top of the order for Brandon Perez. Barnes goes over to third base on the play.
So, John, I know it's only been 2 or 3 days now, but how's sleeping in?
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I woke up this morning at about 9:30.
Oh, just rub it in,
Yeah.
why don't you?
Good
You
for
guys were there at 5:15.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't sleep in, but sometimes 9:30 is when I wake up.
But you know what killed me is doing these late night games, getting home at 1, then it takes an hour or so to go to sleep. And so I was working on like 2-3 hours a night. I said enough is enough, especially at my advanced age. Here's a swing and a miss. 0-1 the count.
I'm jealous, John. This is a great.
Isn't this the best seat in the house?
It really is.
Yep.
Plenty of space to work.
Beautiful press box, the Jim Gar Show radio booth here at Melaleuca. Pitch low, 1 ball, 1 strike. I've had the same vantage point now for 38 years.
Oh, wow.
Every summer except last summer. Of course, no Chukars baseball, but we did 40 Idaho Falls Bandits games. So without baseball, my summer would be, I don't know what I'd do.
This is just a beautiful ballpark.
It really is. Here's a slow roller. Shortstop Manji charges, fields, makes the throw for out number 3. Can you guys hang on for another half inning?
Sure.
You bet.
No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Chukars 6 and the Vibes nothing. Bottom of 3, Chukars lead 6-0. It'll be Martins Molinari, Hunter Hiskey, Thomas de Bonville for the Chukars here in the bottom of the 3rd. 6-0 the score. Neil and Julie from News Talk 107.9. I am privileged to have these two in the booth for the celebrity 3rd inning. What's hot in the world of News Talk these days?
Oh, anything in
Besides
Washington.
Anything in Washington.
Yeah. Besides what? What were you gonna?
I was just going to say, normally, Neil causes the hate and discontent, and Julie has to sort of smooth things over for the listeners.
So true.
Well,
That could be a stretch. Here's the first pitch for a called strike. But anyway, what's going on? Of course, the legislature done, but any hot button items?
Something hot happened today. Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeehan was on Fox News tonight.
yeah, she was on with Tucker Carlson. That rivalry that she has with the governor right now, that's been a big, big story lately.
Yeah, governor leaves town for a day, and
She signs an executive order.
and then the next day he says, no, I'm throwing that out.
Yeah.
Don't you love politics?
Yeah.
And you guys do love politics. I'm
We
not
do.
a big political type of guy.
Yeah.
This is Martins Molinari, hit by a pitch, his first time up. That pitch called strike, 1-2 the count. Of course, you guys are on from 6 till 10.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the lineup on News Talk 107.9?
At 10 o'clock, there's actually a trio that originates out of Portland, Oregon, Mark Lee Van Camp and Robbins, and they just have a great banter. They're from different generations, so they see the issues a little bit differently. And then after that, we have Ben Shapiro and Michael Knowles. If you know the Daily Wire, you know them. And then after that, you have Mark Levin that takes you into the evening, and Guy Benson after that.
Okay. Then you guys are there at 6 a.m. Actually, when I came in early, Julie was always there. Neil running a little late. 2-2 pitch. Hit foul out of play.
We hired Julie so I could be a little late.
Okay.
That was the point.
That was the point.
Yeah.
You two crack me up.
Is this where Gina Davis sat?
It
a few
is.
years ago?
Yep, exact
Wow.
same chair. Gina Davis and all kinds of good people. George Brett, the Kansas City Hall of Famer. And
Oh, nice.
of course, in the old ballpark, we had Waylon Jennings here in the press box with us a couple of nights.
Oh, great.
Good friend of Jim Garshow. 2-2. Breaking ball, and where was that pitch? Wow. We'll take the ball. Its count is now full, 3-2 on Martins Molinari. Not a bad crowd for a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was going to bring up the ceremonial first pitch, but I'll let Neil do that. 3-2 the count. Here's a ball hit hard, but foul down the left field line.
I got it over the plate.
Okay.
Julie did pretty well.
I was
too.
outside. It was a little outside.
Yeah, I think it was in Jefferson County, your pitch. It was a little outside.
Ouch.
Accurate.
You're
Accurate.
getting a little sassy in your retirement here, John.
He knows he's not across the hall from me early in the morning, so
that's
he can
right.
get away with that.
John's like, I don't have
Exactly.
to see these guys every day. I'm going to get a little mouthy here.
3-2. Ball hit right to the first baseman. He'll put the big glove up, stab it for out number 1. Neil also is the voice of the Idaho State Bengals for football and basketball.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that. I love that gig, if I can call it that. I've been doing it for about 20, 21 years, and love watching ISU basketball and football. It's great.
It's been some lean years, but it's still fun. Here's Hunter Hiskey, singled his first time up.
You say I'm the voice, but the PA job is so much easier than what you do. Like, I don't keep stats. I don't.
You should use that great voice of yours.
Well,
That pitch called strike, and it's 0-2 on Hunter Hiskey. Julie, what do you do in your off time besides take care of Neil?
Oh, well, that's a full-time job
I know
all
that.
on its
Okay,
own.
you got to have a little bit of off time.
Yeah, I own a separate business, so I work in the afternoons doing something else, and
Okay,
then
free plug. Here we
free
go.
plug.
Yeah.
I do lashes and brows in East Idaho. So,
Lashes and brows.
Mm-hmm.
Where at?
My studio is located at the corner of Woodruff and 17th.
Okay, and what's its name? What's this called?
It's called Cashmere Jewels.
Cashmere Jewels.
Yeah.
All right. I'm in for a good mani-pedi.
Look, I beg Neil all the time to come in and get a nose wax or an ear wax, and I can't con him into
What do
it.
you mean the nose wax? What? Now I got to look at my nose, see what's growing out of there.
Well, now you know why I have such great brows, though.
They are good looking.
I get asked about them all the time.
Pitch outside, 2-2. And children, you have 3?
I have 3 grown children, fantastic. 1 engaged, 2 married.
And Neil, you have youngsters?
I do. I have 5 kids. I have 1 grandchild and 8/9 of another one.
8/9, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Ball hit to the second baseman, fielded by Ceballos. He'll make the play, and that is out number 2. And boy, Jose Martinez, after a rough first inning, has really settled down. And it'll bring up Thomas de Bonville, who hit that 3-run home run in the first inning. And both of you had children that my wife taught at Falls Valley.
Yes. Yep.
In fact, she's here. She's been retired for, I don't know, way too long, but
Yeah.
I saw her the other night. We'll have to stop and say hi. She was fantastic at what she did.
you know, she was such a great teacher, but then she'd come home and take it all out on me.
My daughter might have been responsible for some of that, just so you know.
Well, if she's anything like her dad,
She
called
is.
strike 1. This is Thomas de Bonville. 6-0. Chukars with the lead, talking with Neil and Julie. News Talk 107.9. They'll be on at 6 a.m. tomorrow. And that pitch misses low, 1-1. I'll show up about 10 or so,
Yeah.
maybe.
Tomorrow, if I can do a little plug, just after 9 o'clock, we're going to be talking with a criminal defense attorney about the murder case with Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell.
Base hit. That'll be extra bases down the third base line. And Thomas de Bonville's going to have a stand-up 2-out double as he hit the ball sharply past the third baseman. Yeah, that whole situation's finally coming to fruition, it sounds like.
Yeah, well, charge has been filed, and we'll see what happens.
Here's Bronson Butcher, third baseman, lined out to left, his first time up tonight. Hit 2 home runs in Monday's game. Bronson out of Mountain Eagle, Utah. Two out, runner at second base. Chukars now with 6 hits, 6 runs. First pitch to Bronson, wild pitch, gets away from the catcher, and over to third base goes Thomas de Bonville. One to 0. Rocky Mountain in for 6 straight games here at Melaleuca Field before the Chukars head off on the road. They'll be going to Great Falls. No, Grand Junction, excuse me. I wish it was Great Falls. Pitch is, boy, inside. A very narrow strike zone tonight by Rick Daly. Bottom of the third, Chukars with a 6-run lead, potential run number 7 at third base. The 2-0 pitch. Bronson takes it high, ball 3. You have a favorite baseball team, Julie?
If I'm going to hold true to my dad, it has to be the Braves.
The Braves. How about you, Neil?
It would be the Tigers.
Tigers?
Yeah, my dad was always a Tigers fan, and my son is actually on a religious mission right now in Detroit. So
Bronson Butcher walks, so runners at first and third for Jordan Garr.
I would say one of my greatest sporting highlights was watching the Yankees and the Red Sox play at Fenway, though. That was fantastic.
Hopefully the Yankees won.
Actually, the Red Sox won.
No.
Sorry, John.
You've worn that Yankee hat to
I
work.
have.
And you look beautiful in that Yankee hat. Now you're telling me you're a Braves fan.
Well, I can share the love.
Okay, sure. 2 on, 2 out. And the first pitch swung on. Over comes Esparza, the left fielder, called off by the center fielder, Manny Ayoke. And that'll be out number 3 as Martinez shuts down the Chukars for the second straight inning. Neil Larson, Julie Mason, thanks for stopping by. And you always have a seat up here in the booth.
Well, thank you, John.
Thanks,
This
John.
has been a lot of fun.
Good. We played 3, Chukars 6, and the Vibes nothing here on KSPZ. Top of 4, your line score through 3 innings tonight. Rocky Mountain, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Idaho Falls, 6 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. 2, 3, and 4 in the Vibes batting order. And to take you through the middle innings of tonight's ball game, here's Tyler Petersen.
Thank you, John. JB on the radio in the mornings, no more. Now he's just John. Here's Aldo Nunez, the first batter to face. Binder, he drops down a bunt, misses. It's 0-1. Binder's been good. He's allowed 1 hit through his first 3 innings. Struck out 2. He's only at 40 pitches. Here's the 0-1. That is just a bit low with a fastball, 1-1. Nunez, Salazar, and Barfield. As John said, the 2, 3, 4 hitters in this Vibes lineup. This pitch is swung on, big hopper to Butcher. He takes it, throws onto first with that good catcher's arm. 5-3 on the putout. And 1 quiet out here to begin the top of the 4th. But it is the top of the 4th, and we like to bust out the this day in baseball history. Let's start recent. In 2016, trailing by 10 runs after 5 innings, the Mariners staged the biggest comeback in franchise history when the team beats the Padres 16-13. Mariners score 5 in the 6th and 9 in the 7th to take the lead for good at Petco Park. And the first pitch to Salazar is a called strike on the outside. 0-1. Salazar struck out in the first. Left-handed batter. Binder with the high socks. Specialty jerseys today. They're white jerseys. Second pitch is a called strike. They are going to be auctioned during this ball game for cancer research and help for cancer patients with Mountain View Charities. So we ask that you stop by the silent auction being held in the front of our stadium and be generous. And you can get one of these jerseys that's being worn by a player tonight. The 0-2 pitch is outside, 1-2. Goes to an excellent cause, and they're great jerseys. I have one on right now. They're quite nice, a lot of good ribbons on there. And you'll get a game-used one. Binder starts his motion, the 1-2, slowly hit toward third, and that's going to kick just foul. So Salazar stays alive. That was a slow pitch there from Binder. He's got some good breaking balls. He goes sinker, curve, changeup, slider. So 3 off-speed pitches from a righty, and just the sinker. that he goes hard with. 1-2. Salazar settles back into the box. Nearly the whole playing field covered in shadow now. Pitch to the plate. That is a ball just a little bit outside. That left side of the plate, the one toward third base, home plate umpire Rick Daly is not giving that side right now. Even if the catcher does set up outside, Rick Daly has his strike zone, and that part is not included in it right now. 2-2 pitch, swung on, tipped into the glove of the catcher. Oh no! It just in front of Hunter Hiskey. I thought he held on to it, and give Salazar credit for just getting the tip of his bat on there. So we'll try 2-2 one more time. Binder fires, and this is hit toward right center field. That's going to split the outfielders, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Feinstein over there to pick it up. He gets it into the cutoff man Gar, but that is a one-out double for Edgar Salazar, the second hit for the Vibes in this game, and it's their second double. One man on, one man out for Jacob Barfield. And even though this team is mostly comprised of young Mexican baseball players, since this is a minor league team from the Mexican League that the Vibes are sort of taking in this year as the Vibes, Jacob Barfield is from Houston, Texas, and he's played a few years in the Indy Leagues. Takes the first pitch high. And he hit quite a few home runs as well in those years. He played in the Pacific Association for a couple of years, hit 14 home runs one year, 19 home runs in the other, and he fouls back this ball 1-1. So he's got a lot of power. He's played at this level before. He's one of the older Vibes. He's 25. Quite a few of these players for the Vibes are born after the year 2000. 1-1 pitch and a beautiful curveball that is not called, and Hiskey turns around, takes a look at the umpire, and he basically said, "Are you sure, Blue?" Rick Daly said, "Yes, I'm sure." 2-1. So Binder behind the count, 2-1 to Barfield. Pitch on the way, that's fouled off again. 2-2. In 2010, it's rather an infamous happening. Armando Galarraga for the Tigers retired 26 consecutive batters. He was going to have a perfect game. Jason Donald hit a ball on the first base line. He was out, but Jim Joyce, the first base umpire, called him safe. And the next batter, Galarraga got him out. And so he hit a one hit, 28 batter, non-perfect game. And Jim Joyce, after the game, knew he got it wrong. This ball was fouled down the third base line. And I remember Jim Joyce, after that game, they were interviewing him. He was in tears, and I remember him saying, "I just cost that kid a perfect game." I think he knew he blew the call right away. Jim Joyce, one of the better umpires for a long time in the MLB. Binder set on 2-2. Checks second. Now fires to the plate, and this is hit into left field. That'll be a base hit. Will they send the runner? No. They'll hold him up there at third. Barfield with a one-out single. Over to third goes Salazar, and it's first and third with one man out. And for the first time tonight in our ball game, the Vibes are threatening. It's the first time that two men have reached base in the same inning. And here's Manny Ayoke making his return to Melaleuca Field, a Chucker in 2016 and 2018. He hit a soft line drive to first baseman Andrew Dawn in his first at bat. The first pitch to Ayoke, that's a ground ball into left field, a base hit, and the Vibes have their first run of this ball game. It's an RBI single for Manny Ayoke. Now it's 6-1, the Chukars lead, as they strike for a run in the fourth. So Yoke not waiting around this time. He swings at the first pitch. Picks himself up an RBI. That's RBI number 6 for him. And here's Antonio Villa-Escusa, or Tony Villa, as we want to call him today. Binder looking for a ground ball. The first pitch is fouled back over the netting and into the stands. First and second, Barfield and Ayoke, the two runners, both singled. 6-1 Chukars in the top of the fourth. Villa-Escusa back in the batter's box. Binder set on the mound. Fires to the plate, and this is fouled off again. Only one ball that's been squared up by the Vibes so far. That was the double by Salazar. Otherwise, it's been a lot of weak contact. Binder looks into his catcher, Hiskey. Gets the sign he wants. Comes set. Waits on the mound. Now fires the 0-2 pitch on its way, and that is just a bit off the plate. Rick Daly's been consistent with that. That one's called a ball. All you ask for is consistency from an umpire, and Rick Daly has been consistent. That has been a ball all night. Hiskey set up outside. Binder, to his credit, hit his spot. 1-2. Great pitch on 0-2. Here's the 1-2. Same pitch, same place. Binder not happy, but again, extremely consistent is umpire Rick Daly. And if that is not a strike in his book, then it's not a strike. The only issue becomes if that becomes a strike later. Then guys will have an issue. But for now, that is not an issue. That is a ball. 2-2. Binder tries it again. This is hit to center field. Back is DeBonville. Still going back. Does he have a beat on it? He does. He reaches up. He makes the catch. The runners were not tagging. They were off the base. No one advances on the hard hit ball to center field. And a nice running catch by Thomas DeBonville. There are 2 outs in the inning. Villa-Escusa definitely put a tattoo on that one, but good tracking of the ball by DeBonville in center. 2 outs now for Griffin Barnes. We're continuing our This Day in Baseball history. This day in 1990, Randy Johnson becomes the first Mariner in franchise history to pitch a no-hitter. He strikes out 8 and walked 6. In a 2-0 win over the Tigers. First pitch to Griffin Barnes is cut on and missed. A good curveball there. 0-1. Barnes had the first hit for the Vibes today. That was a leadoff double in the third. There go the runners on a bluff, and swinging over a changeup is Barnes, and I think Barnes was just a little bit distracted by that large jump that Barfield got at second. He wasn't going anywhere, and he might have just distracted Barnes a little bit at the plate. It's 0-2 now. And now on 0-2, do you stay slow? Maybe that good slider from Binder. This is hit to left field. In is Chuck Steele. He'll play it on a hop. They're going to fire the pitch in, throw in home, and a great job there by Chuck Steele to fire that one in. All the runners move up only 1 base, but the bases will be loaded for Joshua Esparza. And here comes Bob Malacky to have a quick chat. So the Vibes have gotten to Jake Binder, but the damage is only 1 run so far.
1 run on 4 base hits off Jake, but there are 2 outs.
John, how about this? On this day in 1987, using their #1 overall pick in the draft, Seattle Mariners select Ken Griffey Jr.
Terrible selection. What year was that?
That was 1987. I like this one just because I don't hear about this team very often anymore. This day in 1962, the Colt 45s captured their first doubleheader sweep in franchise history when they beat the Pirates twice at Forbes Field.
I'll have some minor league baseball history coming up in the bottom of the inning, as Bob Malaki's had his say with Jake Binder.
And I've got one more for you on this day in 1935, but first here's Esparza. Hiskey is now, you know, when he caught that ball, John, he sort of did like a splits move, and he's uncomfortable right now. He's grabbing his quad, and they may need the trainer, Katie Berglund, to come out and take a look at him. He is uncomfortable right now.
And the Chukars have all 3 of their catchers in the lineup tonight. Butcher, of course, the third baseman, Hiskey catching, and Martins Molinari is the DH.
So Hiskey says he's okay, even though he was grabbing that quad. We'll see how that progresses. First pitch is a swing and a miss to Esparza. Another good off-speed pitch on the opening pitch of an at-bat. It's 0-1. We'll keep an eye on Hiskey, though. Pitch to the plate is a ground ball toward Manji at second. He's going to go underhand to Gar at second for the easy out, 6-4, and the inning is over. Nice job by Binder to work out of trouble. 1 run for the Vibes on 4 hits, no errors, and a big 3 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th, the Chukars with a 6-1 lead on KSPZ 980, The Sports Zone. Welcome back to our ball game on KSPZ 980. Tyler Petersen and John Balginy live from Melaleuca Field inside the Jim Garshow radio booth. 6-1 the Chukars lead. It's the bottom of the 4th, and it's Chuck Steele, the Chukars leadoff hitter, to lead it off once again. His 3rd time batting in this game. He's popped out to 3rd base both times. He's 0 for 2. Jose Martinez still in the ball game. A good couple of innings after that 6-run first, and the first pitch to Steele is a called strike on the outside. 0-1. One more this day in baseball history for you, and then John's got you this day in minor league history. Pitch, ground ball down third, fair ball past the dive of Salazar. Chuck's gonna try for 2. Here comes a throw from left field. It's too late. He slides in with a leadoff double.
Second time a Chukars hit the ball hard down the third baseline. DeBonville did it in the third, and Steele leads off the fourth with his second double of the season.
So here's Alexis Monge. Already continued his season opening hit streak in the first inning. He's hit in all 10 games safely. An RBI spot for Monge, though. Hasn't had many opportunities for those. 6 RBI on his 14 hits. First pitch to Monge, slow breaking ball that misses inside. You're not getting anything on the inside half of the plate. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Inside again. 2-0. So Monge, with a smaller strike zone than most, ahead in the 2-0 count. This is high, 3-0. So leadoff double by Chuck Steele. Monge ahead in the count, 3-0. Jose Martinez going to take a walk on the mound. Now he comes set. Left-handed pitcher. Monge with the take sign on 3-0. That's a called strike. So 3-1 to Alexis. He'll take a pretty big hack if he gets a good pitch. On its way. That is just a bit inside again on that inside part of the plate. Ball 4. All right, I've teased it enough. Here it comes, your last This Day in Baseball History today. June 2nd, 1935. John Braves outfielder Babe Ruth announces his retirement from baseball. The 40-year-old former Yankees slugger wanted to retire 3 weeks sooner, but stayed when team owner Emil Fuchs persuaded him to continue to play because Boston hadn't played in every National League park. So this day, 1935, Babe Ruth finally retires. And now we are going to get a pitching change. And this pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We'll be back, and we'll tell you all about the new pitcher on KSPZ The Sports Zone, your home for Fox Sports Radio, and the Idaho Falls Chukars. The new pitcher for the Vibes, it's number 13, Francisco Romero. He comes into this ball game with 2 men on, no men out. Matt Feinstein coming to the plate, and a 6-1 Chukars lead.
Jose Martinez, 3+ innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned, walked 2, struck out 1, and he hit a batter. All of the damage coming in the bottom of the first against Martinez.
So here's Feinstein, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch, a ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. Gardner's going to send Chuck Steele. The throw to the plate is cut off once more. To third goes Monji. It's first and third, and the Chukars tack on another run. An RBI single for Matt Feinstein. It's Chukars 7 and Vibes 1.
Feinstein, unbelievable. 3 for 3 tonight.
Here's Andrew Don, still nobody out. Another run tacked onto Martinez's line tonight. Only 2+ innings. First and third for the Chukars after their 8th hit of the ball game. And we have a quick stoppage in play. Looks like the catcher needs to adjust some of his gear. But I was told that a commercial played while we were giving our last This Day in Baseball History. So I'll just give it one more time for those that missed out. On this day in 1935, Braves outfielder Babe Ruth announces his retirement from baseball. 40-year-old former Yankee slugger retiring from the Boston Braves.
Matt Feinstein, 3 for 3. His batting average to the moment, 589. 559, excuse me.
Still good.
Still great.
First pitch from Romero. On its way to Don, high and inside.
All right, some minor league history. This will be short. This date, 1951, Danville Leafs shortstop Mike Romello punched umpire Emil Dzuvic in the 7th inning after being called out for leaving third base too early.
Pitch inside, ball 2.
The guy punched out the umpire. They arrested Romello. He received a $25 fine and 5 days off and 5 days in court. 1951.
Swing and a miss by Don.
And on this date, 1983, Franklin Stubbs, the Dodgers' first-round pick in the '82 draft, belted 4 home runs in 1 game for the AAA Albuquerque Dukes.
You said that was in the 50s, John? That the
1951, the guy from third base punched out the home plate umpire.
pitch to Don is high. I wonder what $25 goes for in 1951.
Probably about a week's salary for that guy. Boy, some interesting history in the minor leagues.
Oh yeah, a lot of baseball that you can pick from there. 3-1 pitch, it's outside. Don walks once more, and the bases will be loaded for the Chukars again. Monji at third, he walked. Feinstein at second after the RBI single. Andrew Don at first, and it'll be Daniel Martins Molinari, the designated hitter, to come up for his second at bat and third plate appearance. He had an RBI hit by pitch in the first. The first of 6 straight games against these Rocky Mountain Vibes. So far, so good for the Chukars, 7-1 in the 4th. The Rocky Mountain Vibes pitch to the plate is low. Rocky Mountain Vibes, as we said before, are from Colorado Springs. We've never played them before. At least not that the Chukars have played them before. Pitch to Molinari, that is a called strike on the outside. One and one to Daniel Martins Molinari. I think we have a submission, John, for some baseball history, not a This Day in Baseball History. This pitch is outside all the way to the backstop. It's a wild pitch to the plate is Monji. He scores with a slide. And on that wild pitch, it is 8-1 Chukars.
And he can close the book on Martinez, gives up 8 runs, all earned.
So Martinez's night officially done. It's now 2nd and 3rd with no outs for Daniel Martins Molinari. 2-1. Here's a fly ball to center field. Back is Ayoke. Still going back. Still going back. It's off the wall. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold up Don at 3rd. It's an RBI double for Daniel Martins Molinari, who continues to show his burgeoning power. A lot of big hits from him recently. And another RBI to add to his total. He is now up to 14 on the year. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here, as it looks like we're going to take Hunter Hiskey out of this ball game. This is going to be Webb Little. So this switch with Little coming in means Bronson Butcher is going to go behind the plate.
Webb Little's batting .632, 12 for 19, a double, a triple, a home run. He's knocked in 11 runs.
First pitch, fouled back. So Little to bat for Hiskey here. There was enough, I guess, that was bothering Hiskey that Gardy's going to take the precaution of keeping him out. Pitch on its way to Little. That is taken low, 1-1. But as I said before, we have a submission for history. Annie Butcher, who's listening, relative of Bronson Butcher, he said, hey, you guys, Bronson Butcher, his great uncle was a catcher for the original St. Louis Browns, played against the Babe. Pitch swung on, hit to center field. In is Ayoke. He'll make the catch. And Don will tag as Ayoke just sort of casually throws it in. That'll be a sacrifice fly for Webb Little. It's 10-1 Chukars. So I don't know that if that was, I didn't think that was deep enough to where Ayoke didn't want to take a shot at trying to get Don at the plate. Maybe it has something to do with the score, but Molinari will stay at second. Webb Little with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. First pitch to Bonville is outside, and another 10 spot for the Chukars. So they just keep on rolling. They're up to 107 runs in not quite 10 ball games. Pitch on its way, outside 2-0. So Romero has not fared much better than his predecessor Martinez. The only out, still got a run in.
Right-hander warming up in the, actually 2 right-handers warming up in the bullpen of Rocky Mountain.
Here's a fly ball down the right field line. That will kick just foul. Hard hit line drive that was sort of aiming toward that Teton Auto Group foul pole, but landed just below it and to the right. That's in foul territory. Just a loud strike and 2-1. So Butch with some good pedigree. Great uncle, catcher for the St. Louis Browns and later the Cardinals. Thanks for the tip, Annie. 2-1 pitch is a line drive to center field. Ayoke is going to catch it as it's right at him for the second out. A line drive to the center fielder. Another hard hit ball for Thomas de Bonville. He had a homer and a double, but nothing to show for that time. And that'll bring up Bronson Butcher. So Butcher will move to catcher out of this inning. And then Webb Little will take over at third. That's with the Hiskey injury. Butcher 0 for 1. First pitch is high to him. He flied out in the first, walked in the third. Four more runs for the Chukars in this inning. They lead 10-1. Here's a fly ball to the right fielder. In is Nunez, still coming in. He makes a running catch as his hat falls off. That's the third out of the inning. But 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left on base. RBIs for Feinstein, Molinari, and Webb Little. We go to the top of the 5th. The Chukars lead 10-1 on KSPZ. Welcome back to our ball game. Top of the 5th, 10-1, the Chukars lead. Jake Binder still out there. Good to have you along with us from Melaleuca Field. The first 3 hitters to face Binder will be Ceballos, Perez, and Nunez, the 9-1-2. Thanks for joining us on KSPZ, and our changes are in. Butcher behind the plate now, and Webb Little at third.
To the Rocky Mountain Vibes, number 2 is second baseman Eduardo Ceballos.
Binder so far on the night. 4 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, which was earned, and 2 strikeouts. No walks once again for Binder. Here's Ceballos. He grounded out in his first at bat, 4-3. First pitch is outside for ball 1. The Chukars lead. Here's a line drive to center field. That'll be a base hit. So Ceballos is on to begin the inning. Another big inning for the Chukars, 4 more runs. And just the 1 for the Vibes. They've been quieted by Binder, who is throwing well once again. Here's Brandon Perez. First pitch to him, fouled back. Perez, the leadoff hitter, has grounded to short twice. Manji's made some really nice plays tonight at short. He's been aggressive. He showed off a good, accurate arm. Pitch to the plate, and ground ball toward Manji. This could be 2. Flip to Gar for 1, onto Don. At first, it's offline, but they tag the runner, and he is out. A nice double play turn that time, and good work from Don to keep Perez from getting on base. Applied the tag just in time. That'll go 6-4-3 on the double play. Ceballos is gone as well.
Winners in the NBA tonight. Atlanta beats the Knicks. The Hawks win that series 4-1. Sixers beat the Wizards. Philly wins that series 4-1.
First pitch on its way, and that is a bit outside for ball one.
And Utah Jazz leads Memphis by 29 in the third.
Oh my.
That means the Jazz, if they hold on, will win that series 4-1. And one other game taking place tonight, the Mavericks at the Clippers.
Ground ball back to Binder. He will underhand it toward Don, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Binder. No runs, a hit, no errors, and no one left. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 10-1 Chukars on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. A new pitcher on the mound for the Vibes. It's number 23, Jonathan Bernal, and that ends the night for Francisco Romero.
Romero goes 1 inning, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Did not strike out a batter. He did walk a batter, and Bernal in here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Bernal, a right-handed pitcher, 6'1" from Hermosillo in Sonora, Mexico. We've had some quick innings here, but it's still time for our 5th inning check-in, and I'm going to start with a question of the day. We haven't done that before yet, but we'll do a question of the day. First of all, we want to know where you are and how you're listening to us, but I want to know, since we're playing a team that has a s'mores for a mascot, what's your favorite place to camp? I like to travel. I like to find new places. I know there's a lot of good outdoor spots in the eastern Idaho, western Wyoming area. Let me know on Twitter or Facebook what your best place to camp is. I got to try some new spots. Or Andrew, if you're listening in Scituate, are there good places in Massachusetts to camp? I want to know. Give me some places to travel in the off season. It'll be Jordan Garr, Chuck Steele, and Alexis Monge, the first 3 hitters.
My favorite place to camp is in front of the TV with a nice cold beverage and a pizza or 2.
That's the glamping, John.
Oh, okay. Chukars have activity in their bullpen as well.
So here is Garr. Binder has gone 5, so he is in line for a win today. The first pitch to Garr bounces, and it is low. So, of course, we want to know where you are, how you're listening. If you're here at the stadium, we appreciate a wave to let us know you're listening. And there's a lot of good people listening on KSPZ 980.
We love that.
Pitch to Jordan, off speed, in the zone. 1-1. There's a lot of great camping sites up the coast of Northern California. I have a cabin in Lake Tahoe that I like to visit. I like the outdoors. 1-1 pitch, fouled back by Gar off the catcher's knee pad.
Now, wait just a minute. You have a cabin or your family has a cabin?
My family has a cabin. I'm not, My family, we have a family cabin.
I was going to say, if it's yours, you better invite me.
Now, if I got into cryptocurrency a little bit earlier, maybe I would have had a cabin of my own, but family cabin. 1-2 to Gar, pitch on its way. That is a very slow breaking ball that stays high, 2-2. But we're playing a team that has a s'mores for a mascot. Two-two pitch. That breaking ball is just a bit low. Gar stays alive. 3-2 to Jordan. He is 0 for 2 on the night.
You know, and the s'more sort of looks like Guy Fieri of diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, he's got the blazing hair.
Yeah.
He's got the peace sign going up.
That's Guy Fieri right there.
3-2 pitch on its way. Line drive. Foul ball. Of course, we'd love to know if you're listening on YouTube as well. I can tell you right now, for the 78 people watching, I want to thank all of you personally for watching and listening to our simulcast. You're listening to KSPZ 980, a Sandhill Media Station. It's 10-1 Chukars. Jordan Gar, the leadoff hitter, 3-2 on the way. And this is a line drive toward the shortstop. Perez gets it there, throws on a first in the dirt, and Barfield can't make the play, and that'll be an E6. So that's the old yes, 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 no, as Perez makes a nice play, but cannot complete the play and makes an errant throw.
First error of the ball game for either team tonight.
And that will be error 20 on the season. Again, this is a really young team, a lot of young Mexican baseball players. This is a Mexican minor league team that the Vibes are hosting this year. You know, all these teams had to find their own players, and this was one way that Rocky Mountain got creative, and they have a partnership with the Acereros of Monclova, which translated are the Monclova Steelers, and they sent them their minor league team, and that is the team the Chukars are playing tonight. First pitch to Chuck Steele in the dirt, which I think is an inventive decision on their part.
It was the bullpen coach, Candelario Perez.
Andy Butcher says there's good places in Utah.
Well, if you like to bike and camp, I guess Moab is unbelievable in Utah.
Well, one thing I've always wanted to do, I've spent one day in Salt Lake City on my drive back last year. I've always wanted to go to Zion or Bryce Canyon or one of those kind of places and look out in Stargate. I always wanted to see the Milky Way and take my camera and give it a long exposure to capture the stars. That's one thing I've always wanted to do.
Well, you have plenty of time, young man, to do all of that stuff.
Andrew Don is listening in Situate. He says Mount, well, you're going to have to help me with this, Andrew, but I'm going to say Mount Katahdin in Maine, the northern terminus of the Appalachian Trail, cannot be beat for camping. I can tell you this, I've always wanted to go to Bar Harbor and Acadia, so that's definitely on the list to go to Maine. But I'll have to remember that. Thank you, Andrew. Here's Chuck Steele. The meeting is over. Gar on it first, 10-1 Chukars, 1-0 pitch on its way to Steele, and that's low in the dirt, 2-0.
Of course, locally, a lot of folks love to go to Island Park.
I've heard that, Island Park. That's just north, correct?
Mm-hmm. Also just a 25-minute drive, High-C Hot Springs. That's a popular place to go in the summertime.
2-0 pitch is inside, 3-0. Still no one out here in the bottom of the fifth. 10-1 the Chukars lead over the Rocky Mountain Vibes. The first of 6 this week and the first of 24 in our long 98-game season. That's high to Chuck, and that is ball 4. Or 96-game season, I beg your pardon. And I think that's going to be it for Jonathan Bernal. This is going to be the second meeting.
Well, he might not go out now.
Oh, I think he just realized that if he crossed that white line, Bernal was out.
Somebody from the dugout reminded the skipper that, hey, don't go out there unless you want to change. And the guys in the bullpen are just barely starting to get ready.
I would have said that would have been a very quick night for Bernal. It was already quick for Romero. So I think Matias Carrillo was told very quickly by either Michael Garcia or Eddie Dennis, someone in that dugout, that, whoa, we've already gone out there once in this inning.
You know, I'm feeling generous right now, Tyler.
Yes.
Who wants to come to tomorrow night's game on the Sports Zone?
Whoa. First pitch to Manji is low. Are you saying you have free tickets, John?
Free tickets for tomorrow night's Las Madres game.
Okay.
To the first 3 people that hit us up right in front of the booth.
All right. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to come up to the Chukars press box and accept your free tickets. Pitch inside to Manji, 2-0. So if you're in the stadium right now, if you're waiting for food, if you're in the area listening to this game, free tickets, all you have to do is come up to the press box and tell John, I want your free tickets. Pitch to Manji is a called strike, 2-1. And he says, I won't be disappointed by Utah. I don't think I could be. Pitch to Manji. This is hit high and deep to left center field. Back it goes, back it goes! This ball is gone! Oh no, it's off the wall. I thought for 1 minute it was gone. It's going to be a 2-run double for Alexis Manji. So close to going out, it disappeared in front of that white domino sign. Almost a 3-run home run to the deepest part of this ballpark. A 2-run double for Alexis Manji, and it is now Chukars 12, Vibes 1, and that is going to be it for Jonathan Bernal. He doesn't even get 1 out of the inning, and he is gone. This pitching change is brought to you by the Smith Group, simplifying the car buying experience for 100 years. We will be back, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher on KSPZ The Sports Zone, your home for Fox Sports and the Idaho Falls Chukars. Welcome back to our ball game. The new pitcher for the Vibes is number 18, Pedro Osuna. The second pitcher of this inning. Jonathan Bernal is chased.
Goes no innings, gave up 1 hit, walked 1, and has given up 2 runs, 1 of those earned.
Here is Feinstein. First pitch on its way, down low. 12-1 the Chukars lead. It's our Toyota 5th inning check-in, and not only do we want to know where you're from and where you're listening, I want to know personally. Here comes the 1-1. This is hit to center. Back goes Ayoke. Over is a left fielder. It's going to be the left fielder, Esparza, making the catch. To third, tagging, is Manji. So Manji goes to third, and there is 1 out in the inning. But as I said, it's our social check-in inning. I also want to know personally, sort of a question of the day we'll start with. what's your favorite place to camp? I asked that because we're playing the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Their logo is a couple of sticks on the fire, and they've got a s'more as a mascot. I want to know what your favorite place is to camp. Here's Andrew Dawn. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Dawn is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice.
Just got rid of about 30 tickets for tomorrow night's ball game.
That's, if you listen to Chukars baseball, you will be rewarded. Fly ball, fouled off. Maybe we should do the same thing with our social check-in maybe down the line, reward those who interact with our broadcast. Something to think about.
I do that once in a while on my Facebook page or on the Arrow 107 page or even on the Sports Zone Facebook page. I've posted that, and
Hey.
people are cashing in those free tickets.
Pitch inside, 1-1. Nothing better than free tickets. The only thing better than the only thing better than baseball is free baseball.
Or like we get paid to watch free baseball.
That's one up. If you get paid to watch baseball, that's the kind of gig I like. Pitch on its way, 1-2. That's down low. 2-2. 12-1 the Chukars lead. Andrew Dawn on Twitter tells me that Acadia is magnificent. And as he says, Bahaba is a tourist trap. Oh my. Is that true, Andrew? 2-2 is fouled back. He says that Nickerson State Park and Brewster on Cape Cod are also good. Bob and Mona Lapeer are at the ballpark listening on 980. Buffalo Campground and Island Park are two of their favorites. 2-2 to Dawn. That's low for ball 3. Monji at third. He had the big double. He went to third on the fly out. 1 out of the inning. Chukars up 12-1. Another big offensive output night for the boys from Idaho Falls. 3-2 pitch. That is low, ball 4. And for the third time tonight in 4 plate appearances, Andrew Dawn takes a walk. That'll bring up Daniel Martins Molinari. 2 RBI, 1 on a hit by pitch, 1 on a double. First and third now for the Chukars. Done a lot of our Twitter follows. Let's see who's checked in with us on Facebook. Michael Bueller says Granite Hot Springs near Hoback Junction in Wyoming. That sounds interesting. Mama Gar watching on YouTube again from California. The Gar family has RV camped all across the country and Canada, seen some amazing sights. The Grand Tetons and Canadian Rockies were 2 of my favorites. First pitch to Molinari with 1 out on its way. This is popped up on the infield. This will be right back to the pitcher, Ozuna. He'll make the catch. And an easy out, the kind you like when you've got first and third. A first pitch pop out to the pitcher. So here's Webb Little, going to get his second plate appearance.
I think Webb needs some new spikes. Those look like they've been worn a little bit.
Well, it might be lucky spikes, though. I do have to say that the Grand Tetons, I got a chance to go to Jackson last year, and I went to Jenny Lake for a hike, and I was not disappointed at all.
Beautiful country.
First pitch to Webb Little on its way. That is a strike high and outside, called strike 1, 0-1. Kim Matthews watching the Jazz game, but listening to the Chukars on Alexa. That's a new one. I hadn't thought about that.
Alexa, play 980 The Sports Zone.
There you go. Joy Binder says, go Chukars. Southwick Beach on Lake Ontario in upstate New York. That pitch is high. I would guess that you're related to Jake, who's throwing a gem tonight. It's yet to be seen whether he'll come out for the next inning, though. 1-1 the count's Webb Little. Chukars up 12-1, first and third. Ozuna set on the mound. Pitches to the plate, and this is a ground ball weakly hit towards short. There's Perez. He'll scoop it up, throw on to first, and they'll get Webb Little by half a step. But 2 more runs for the Chukars on only 1 hit, an error, and 2 left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. Chukars lead 12-1 on KSPZ 980, the Sports Zone. Welcome back to our ball game. We've got a new pitcher for the Chukars, so although he was pitching a gem, no reason to keep him in. Jordan Scott is the new pitcher, replacing Jake Binder.
Second straight great outing by Jake Binder. He goes 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned, did not walk a batter. Struck out 2, so in the 11 innings he's worked this year, he's given up 8 hits, 1 run, has not walked a batter in 11 innings, and he has struck out 7. And Jake has a pretty good shot at winning his 2nd game of the year.
It'll be Salazar, Barfield, and Ayoke, the 3-4-5 heart of the order players, to bat for the Vibes. They are down by 11, though. So Jordan Scott comes in, the newest pitcher on this staff and bullpen. Scott was acquired via a trade with the New York Boulders.
Checking the Pioneer League scoreboard, Tyler. Great Falls leads Billings 7-1 in the 8th.
Hey.
Missoula blanking Boise 5-0 in the 7th. And Ogden over Grand Junction 9-3, that game in the 7th as well.
I'll squeeze a few more people who checked in with us. Debbie Eskridge at the game. She says that Warm River, is that a local area?
It is.
Warm River is good. Jason McCree listening from Traverse City, Michigan. Let's go Chukars. Hashtag Chuck Nation. Thank you, Jason. Here is Salazar. First pitch from Scott. High for ball 1. Dustin George is here at the game. L1R15. Seats 1 through 4. They love to camp in Island Park. That's a popular one for sure. Next pitch from Scott. This is hit to right. This is hit deep. Back is Feinstein. Still going back. Up against the wall. He reaches up right before the wall on the warning track and makes a nice catch.
Jordan Scott was holding his breath there. That easily could have been out of here, but warning track depth for Salazar for out number 1.
And no wind tonight, so no help at all. So an F9 to begin the top of the 6th.
Scott and Gina Berger are here from Idaho Falls, and tomorrow Coach Scott Berger, coach of the state champion Skyline Grizzly football team, goes under the knife. He's going to have some shoulder surgery, so we wish Coach Berger a speedy recovery.
First pitch is popped up. This is Barfield. This is popped up behind the infield. Jordan Garr backs up, makes the catch. 2 quick outs for Jordan Scott. One more note as well. Grandma Annie Butcher says people come from all over to the Uintas.
Uintas.
See you Saturday and Sunday. Grandma Annie will be coming to the games. We'll see you then.
Stop by the booth and say hello.
Here's Manny Ayoke.
Grandma Annie, sounds like she should have a line of pies or cookies or something.
I used to have a great Grandma Annie. Pitch on its way. That is a called strike on the outside.
I'm sure Grandma's a good cook, and I'm sure little Bronson enjoyed those meals growing up.
Ayoke 1 for 2. Breaking ball outside. Jordan Scott goes with a 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, change splitter, and curveball. 1-1 pitch to Ayoke. That's down low. That was the curve. Try to get Ayoke to fish. It's 12-1, the Chukars lead. Another monster ball game for this offense. 6 in the first, 4 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth. Here's a ground ball toward Don. 2 big hops. He's going to take this to the bag himself. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Scott. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 12-1 Chukars on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. Bottom of the 6th, live from Melaleuca Field in Idaho Falls, Idaho. It's the Chukars and the Vibes. Tyler Petersen, John Balginy, inside the Jim Garshow press box, radio booth, all the above. He's got his name on the street. He's got his name here. He's got his name on a plaque right out in front next to yours as well. Here's DeBonville. He's had himself a nice night. A 3-run home run in the first inning and then a double in the third. Those are his 2 hits. He's picked up 6 bases. And there's a line drive to left coming as left fielder. He makes a nice catch. That's Esparza.
Can't hit it much harder than that.
Well, DeBonville hit a line drive to Ayoke in center field as well, so all 4 of his balls he's hit are frozen ropes, but another loud out. And Annie, here is Bronson Butcher. Butcher 0 for 2 with a walk. We appreciate everybody who checked in with us, and I've got a lot of good places now on my travel log. I keep a little book full of places I need to go.
Remember, on your day off, you can camp at my house.
First pitch to Bronson is outside. (12-1) the Chukars lead in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch to Bronson Butcher is a called strike. Butcher started this game at third, but due to a leg injury from Hunter Hiskey that he picked up, it was sort of innocuous. The ball came in from a throw from the outfield, and when he caught it, he sort of did a little splits action, and Must have tweaked something maybe in his quad. It looked like he was holding. Next pitch is high, 2-1 to Butcher. So Butcher is now behind the plate, the first time we've seen him strap on the gear in a regular season game. And Webb Little is in at the game at third. 2-1 pitch is inside. To Robert Chalmers, who wanted to find the station if he's out of town. That's 980thezone.com or the Sports Zone app.
The free app.
3-1 pitch to Butcher is a high drive to left field. It's deep into the night, and it is gone. Bronson Butcher, for the third time in 2 games, goes deep over the left field wall. His 3rd home run of the season. It's Chukars 12. Excuse me, it's Chukars 13. Vibes 1. He jumped on a pitch that was high. He supplied his own power. It was probably a changeup from Ozuna. And he played his way into the lineup tonight. And with the way he's hitting, he's going to stay there.
His last 3 hits have been home runs. So the Butcher strikes again here at Melaleuca.
And that was a nice cut of meat. Here's Gar. Pitch on the way, inside.
Chukars have now hit 5 home runs in their last 2 ball games.
2 of those coming tonight. De Bonville with a 3-run shot in the first, and now a solo home run for Butcher in the 6th. Oh, 1 to Gar, that's inside, spins him out of the way. Gar steps back into the box after he has a quick think about that ball that was coming toward his head. 1-1 from Ozuna, that's low. Gar came into this game batting .242. He's 0 for 3. He has scored a run, reached on an error in the 5th inning. Ozuna peers into his catcher via Escusa. Takes a deep breath and throws the 2-1. That is a strike on the outside. So Rick Daly not giving the inside part of the plate, but he is giving that right side that's on the first base side. It's 2-2 to Gar. Two-two pitch on its way. This is a line drive, weakly hit to center field. No one's there. A base hit for Jordan Gar, his first of the night. 2 straight hits for the Chukars. This one a 1-out single. And that'll bring up Chuck Steele for at-bat number 5.
And every Chukar in the lineup now with a base hit, with the exception of Andrew Don, and all he's done is walk 3 times and scored twice.
So that'll get the old OBP up. First pitch is Chuck Steele, is fouled back. Steele 1 for 3. He flied out twice, or popped out twice to the 3rd baseman. He doubled and scored in the 4th, and walked and scored in the 5th. Alexis Mongi on deck. Mongi nearly got one out of here. He hit it to basically the deepest part of this ballpark in left center. There's a fly ball toward right. In is Nunez. Out is the second baseman. He's going to make a over-the-shoulder catch, a fantastic catch. They're going to double up Gar. No, they're not. Just not in time. A fantastic play by the second baseman, Ceballos, to catch that over the shoulder. And I don't know how Gar got back in time, but he did. Here's Mongi. So a runner on first with 2 outs now. Gar able to scramble back in time. That's high and over the head of Manji for ball 1. A run on 2 hits in this inning for the Chukars. They lead 13-1. Ozuna's pitch to the plate. Down low, 2-0. Tyler and John with you, live from Idaho Falls. (2-0) to Alexis Manji. He's got 2 hits today. It's on its way, and he has his 3rd hit. A base hit to right. Gar is going to stop at second. Then the beat keeps going for Manji. 3 more hits for him today. He was moved up from the 9 spot to the 2 hole because he's got himself a 10-game hitting streak to start the season. And now it's the deep heart of the order, Matt Feinstein and Andrew Dawn. There are 2 outs. Two men on. First pitch to Feinstein, breaking ball for a called strike 1. Matt 3 for 4 today. 3 singles, an RBI, 2 runs, pitch to the plate. Well, that one catches the inside corner, and that's probably the first one that has done so today. That might be because of the score more than anything else. When you're up by 12, or down by 12, if there's a 12-run blowout, strike zone will invariably widen a little bit. Pitch to Matt is down low in the dirt, blocked well by Villa Escusa. We've got some action in the Chukars bullpen. Scott did a nice job. It looks like Jason Medina getting ready. We've seen him in 2 games. Pitch to the plate is a line drive to right field. Back is Nunez. It's going to be an easy catch for him, though. And the side is retired. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We head to the top of the 7th, 13-1 Chukars on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. Top of the 7th, 13-1 the Chukars lead. Another new pitcher for Idaho Falls. It's Jason Medina.
Comes in for Jordan Scott, who worked a perfect 6, 3 up, 3 down. So Medina comes in. He has struggled this year. Jason, Funky Cold Medina. Are you too young for that? Tone Loc?
I have no reference for that, John.
Google it tonight, okay?
I promise I will.
Tone Loc, the artist, Funky Cold Medina.
In 2 games this year, Medina, in both appearances, has allowed 5 runs.
That's funky and cold.
So he needs a good outing here, a low-pressure situation with the team up 12. If he can get the, last 9 outs for Gardy, I'm sure that Gardy will look to save as many arms as he can for a 6-game series. This is game 1 of 6. So top of the 7th, it'll be Villa Escusa, Barnes, and Esparza. Villa Escusa 0 for 2. First pitch on its way, and a ground ball foul. Binder, then Scott. Both those pitchers on the money tonight. Medina from the windup. Pitch to the plate is a line drive towards center. Back goes to Bonville. Still going back, still going back. It's going to be over his head. He'll play it off the wall. He's going to get the throw in to second base. It's over his cutoff man. A leadoff double for Villa Escusa. And with no one out and a man at second, it'll be Griffin Barnes, who has 2 hits in this ball game, stepping to the plate.
Now batting, number 25, the designated hitter, Griffin Barnes.
13-1, the Chukars lead in the top of the 7th. Tyler and John with you. And you are listening to KSPZ The Sports Zone. Or you might be listening online at 980thezone.com. Could be watching our YouTube live stream if you're one of the 75 people right now. Or I guess 74, somebody just jumped off, but come on back. One of the 74 people watching right now. A lot of great options to follow the Chukars your season, and of the best of those is coming out to the ballpark for a great night of baseball. We've missed it so much. It's back this year. Everyone's having a blast. First pitch to Barnes from Medina is a ground ball to right field. That's a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third, and not a great start for Jason in this one either. 2 straight hits. Medina, it's interesting, of all the players on the Chukars, and to be honest, probably the better portion of the Pioneer League, he's got among the most experience. He had 6 years in the minors in the Cardinals organization. In 2018, he split time between AA Springfield and High A Palm Beach. He was a midseason all-star in the Texas League in 2018 for Springfield. He pitched in River City in 2019, won the championship of the Frontier League, but he's not been able to put it together this year for Idaho Falls. Pitch on this way to Esparza is a fly ball toward right center. Over is Feinstein. He will make the catch. Tagging from third is Villa Escusa. He will score. It's the second run of the ball game for the Vibes on the sac fly RBI. And it's Chukars 13, Vibes 2. With 1 out in the top of the 7th.
Number 2, second baseman, Eduardo Ceballos.
Here's Eduardo Ceballos. First pitch from Medina is a fastball outside. Fastball at 94 that time. He's got good stuff. It's just been hit hard, so we knew he was talented coming in. He has a lot of promise. He's the oldest player on the team at 28. Just not been able to find it once he gets between those lines. Ceballos in a 1-0 count, 13-1 the Chukars lead in the top of the 7th. 1 out, runner on first, that's Barnes. The pitch is a called strike at the letters. Ceballos looks back at the umpire in amazement. It's 1-1 now. Medina comes set, kicks and fires, and that's fouled off the catcher. 1-2. Again, Bronson Butcher has been moved from third to home in this game because Hunter Hiskey picked up an injury earlier in the ball game. Looked like he was grabbing at his quad when he sort of went into a splits move to catch a ball at home plate. So he was removed as a precaution. Pitch is down low. Butcher blocks it. It'll be 2-2 now to Ceballos, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Now nearly in total darkness here at Melaleuca Field. Two and a half hours into our ball game. Medina waiting on the mound, now throws to the plate. That's a called strike 3. Butcher set up outside, he reached back inside, and Rick Daly still liked the pitch. He said it was over the plate. It'll be the first strikeout for Medina. And there are 2 outs in the inning. Here's Brandon Perez. Perez has hit 3 ground balls all to the shortstop Manji, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Way late on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So Medina better in this appearance. He still has given up a run on 2 hits. Next pitch, fastball well located on the outside corner. That was a good strike. Bronson with the good frame. And it is now 0-2. 0-2, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Chukars lead 13-2. Barnes takes his lead off first. Medina comes set on the mound. Perez awaiting the 0-2 pitch. Medina fires, and that is just a bit inside. Medina peers into Butcher. First sign is a good one for him. 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball for a called strike 3. Perez is down, and the inning is over. 2 strikeouts for Medina in the inning. 1 run, though, for the Vibes on 2 hits. No errors, and 1 man left on base. After 6.5 innings, it's the Chukars 13, the Vibes 2 on KSPZ 980. It's the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch and I guess play Baby Shark too at Melaleuca Field. Tyler Petersen and John Balginy with you. Bottom of the 7th, it'll be Don Martins Molinari and Webb Little, the first 3 hitters to face Pedro Osuna. Don, so far, if you just looked at his at-bats, he's 0-1, but if you look at his plate appearances, he's walked 3 times. First pitch to Don, outside. He's also scored twice. Here comes the 1-0. This is popped way up in the air. Who's going to take it? The center fielder, Ayoke. The second baseman, Ceballos. It's the center fielder, Ayoke, who makes the 2-handed catch.
And that's not Ayoke out there.
Oh, you're right, John. That's number 5.
Actually, it's Nunez, the center fielder, number 3.
Oh, you're correct.
So Nunez goes to center field. Let's see who's playing right.
That's number 20. Juan Barboza.
So Ayoke's night is done. He went 1 for 3.
Here's Molinari. So Aldo Nunez, the new center fielder. And Barboza in right. First pitch to Molinari, 0-1. Called strike at the knees. Pitch on his way, high breaking ball. 1-1 the count. 13-2 the Chukars lead. Molinari on the night. 2 RBI for him. He's got a double in a 1 for 3 night. .20 is in there for strike 1.
And the zone has expanded just a bit here in the latter part of the game.
Pitch to the plate is hit high to right. Back is Barboza. He's under it. And he makes a one-handed catch. 2 are gone now.
Left-hander warming up in the Chukars bullpen, either Logan or Rodriguez, we know that.
So 2 flyouts in the inning. And here's Little. First pitch, bit outside. He pinch hit for Hiskey in the 4th. He's been in the field since the 5th. That pitch is ripped down the first baseline, but well foul. He's still looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Zuna comes set on the mound. Pitch to the plate is a half swing by Webb. He didn't want to swing at it, but he did. And it is 1-2. Probably his worst swing of the year. But you can get away with that, an 11-run lead.
And when you're hitting over 600.
Yeah. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2. I mean, how many guys can say, you know, past game 3 that they're hitting over 600?
first final in the Pioneer League. Ogden, boy, the beat goes on for the Raptors. They beat Grand Junction 10-3. Ogden now 9-1 with the best record in the Pioneer League.
Two-strike pitch is low. It's now 3-2. I think we're starting to see a little bit of separation. Are officially sort of the 9th of the way through the season that we are. Two halves, though. 48 and 48. Winner of the first half plays winner of the second half in each division. This is a high drive deep to right field. Did Little get this one? It's deep, and you bet he did. That is gone. Webb Little tomahawks a ball to right field. And it's another run for the Chukars. That is home run number 2 on the season, and that'll be his 13th RBI. It's Chukars 14, Vibes 2, and the 3rd long bomb for Idaho Falls tonight.
And 6 in the last 2 ball games, Tyler.
This team, I say with great attention, and I'm probably still underselling it, they can hit. I don't think how more I can emphasize that. This team can hit. First pitch to Bonneville, swing and a miss.
Team batting average coming in 353. Ogden at 355, number 1 in the Pioneer League.
They've played more ball games where they've scored 10 runs than they have played where they haven't. Next pitch is high past the catcher. Villascusa couldn't even get a glove on that one, and it is 1-1. The Vibes are here for 6. Next pitch to Bonneville is a line drive into center field for a base hit. Another hit for Thomas. It's his 3rd of the ball game. He's got a homer, a double, and a single. So just the triple shy of the cycle. And now here's Bronson Butcher. He homered in his last at bat. First pitch from Ozuna to Butcher on its way, and that is a called strike. Good slider that time from Ozuna. We're going to start up our live interviews after our games, our live post-game interviews. It's a wild pitch. It'll get past Villascusa. De Bonneville will go to second. And we will do live interviews after all of our Chukars wins at home with our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game.
And the Westmark Credit Union post-game show.
During the Westmark Credit Union post-game show. It's 1-1 to Bronson Butcher with 2 outs. Runner on second. Chukars up 12. This is over the head of Butcher. He ducks out of the way, and good thing he did because that was coming for his head. Yikes. So Ozuna throws one way outside, and then he backs it up with one way inside. Pitch to Bronson is hit to center. It's weakly hit. It's a pop-up. In comes a left fielder. Esparza, he makes a snow cone catch, and the inning is over. But another run for the Chukars on Webb Little's 2nd home run of the year, a solo shot. 2 hits for the Chukars, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 8th. Chukars lead 14-2 on KSPZ 980. Welcome back to our ball game. It's the top of the 8th. We've got a new pitcher, Quentin Logan, and to tell you about who he replaced and to take you the rest of the way, it's Mr. John Balginy.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Jason Medina, 1 inning of work, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Did not walk a batter. He struck out 2. And the new pitcher is Quentin, call me Q Logan. Q Logan, a lefty. This will be his 4th game of the season. He did start 1 game. He's worked 4 1/3, has given up 7 hits, struck out 3, walked 6. Opposing batters hitting .350 off Q Logan, and the earned run average at 14.53. He'll face Nunez, Salazar, and Barfield here in the top of the 8th. 14 runs, 15 hits, no errors, Chukars. 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, Vibes. Your line score through 7. And the Voyagers of Great Falls are in the win column. They defeat Billings 7-2, which means if the Chukars hang on here, which they should, they will tie Billings for 2nd place in the Northern Division.
I am all about that, and it's good to see the Voyagers get on the scoreboard by their 10th game. I didn't want to see 10 losses in that loss column before I saw 1 in the win column.
Well, they gave up 31 runs on Monday. They give up 2 tonight. Here's Aldo Nunez, the center fielder. Hitless in 3 at-bats. He's lined left, grounded to first, and grounded to third. Q Logan having a word with Bronson Butcher, the Chukars catcher, who's gone deep again tonight. 3rd time in 2 games. Chukars trying to even the season's record at 5-5. And the first pitch from Q is down low for a ball, 1-0. Nunez came into the game hitting .324, hitless in 3 ABs tonight. That pitch high, ball 2. Missoula's going to win again. They're blanking Boise 8-0 in the 9th inning. The 2-0 pitch outside, ball 3. Unless something crazy happens, Jake Binder will improve to 2-0 on the season. Next pitch is a 4-pitch walk to Nunez. That's the first walk issued by Chukar pitchers tonight. That's got to make pitching coach Bob Malacki happy.
Absolutely.
Only 1 walk. Here's Edgar Salazar, 3rd baseman. He has struck out, doubled off the left field fence. Actually, the right field fence, and he flied to right. Left-handed batter. Of course, the runner at first not being held on by Andrew Don with a big lead. Pitches a strike at the letters.
The other thing you really like to see, John, after a 5-error game, no errors.
Tomorrow's starter will be Joe Slocum for the Chukars. 0-1 pitch, grounded to the 2nd baseman, Don, or the 1st baseman. He's going to take it to the bag himself for the force out at first. And moving over to 2nd will be Nunez. So 3 unassisted, Salazar's out. Brings up Jacob Barfield. No pinch hitter for Barfield. It'll be Sergio Atwell. So Sergio Atwell will pinch hit for Jacob Barfield. He went 1 for 3. First pitch to Atwell is a called strike 1. 18 years old. Sergio Enrique Atwell from Guaymas in Mexico. We're in the top of the 8th, 14-2. Chukars with the lead. And a runner at 2nd. Pitch swung on and fouled back, and it's 0-2. Five Americans and 19 from Mexico on this Rocky Mountain Vibes team. And a lot of teenagers. 0-2, fouled back. Atwell still down in the count, 0-2. Exactly 12 of the 24 players have not hit 20 years of age. Logan checks the runner at second. 0-2 pitch, sails outside. I would say the average age on this Chukars team is about 25.
Yeah, that's about right. And the Vives roster is pretty much running contrary to all the other rosters, whereas we used to see guys maybe around 20 come to this level as rookies affiliated, but most guys are now a couple years out of college, out of JUCO. They're more experienced than older.
1-2 pitch inside, low, 2-2.
Except for this Vives team, which is different. But I got to say, what a fantastic opportunity for these young players to come to America and get some real experience somewhere out of their element that might be more challenging for them.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, fastball outside, 3-2.
And of course get exposure, as this is an MLB partner league.
Competition much tougher than in the Mexican League where they're from. And again, they're 4-5. They're holding their own thus far. 3-2 pitch. Hit foul into the Chukars dugout. And we'll do the 3-2 all over again.
Well, I'm sure that guys like Barfield and Oyoke are very important to this team, not only as players in the lineup, but just as guys that you can talk to if you're wondering about how do I approach a 1-2 count? What do I do just off the field? You know, how do I carry myself as a professional?
Logan looks into his catcher. Butcher comes set, belt high, 3-2 pitch. That'll be hit into right field. It's going to be not caught by the right fielder Feinstein. It rolls past him, and a run's going to score on that play. That'll be a single and an error. So Atwell singles. No RBI on the play, as Nunez scores on the error by Feinstein. That's Matt's second error of the ball game. It's now 14-3. Atwell moved up to second on the throw, or on the error, and it brings up Juan Barboza. His first at-bat of the game. He came in for former Chukar Manny Oyoke. Pitch is down low, ball one. So again, the Chukars bullpen, they've given up just 2 runs so far tonight. Rocky Mountain threatening, pitch low, and it's 2-0. Q Logan, the 4th Chukar pitcher to come to the mound. 2-0 the count on Barboza. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle at the knees. Called strike, 2-1. We'll have our Westmark Credit Union post-game show and our Domino's Player of the Game interview after the ball game. Tyler will be headed down to the field. So if you're listening to the stand, stick around and let's get to know these Chukars. Another foul ball, 2-2 the count. Lefty-lefty matchup. The kick, the pitch from Q Logan, it's down low, ball 3. Logan has walked 1 and he's given up a hit. Another 3-2 pitch. On its way, chopped foul. The action slowing down just a bit. We're approaching the 3-hour mark in this ball game. One of the faster games of the year. But we still have a few more innings to play. 3-2. Call strike 3 outside corner. So Barboza caught looking. Logan with the strikeout. And it brings up Antonio Villasquez. Let me think that again. Villasquez. Tony the Tiger comes to the plate. Via Escusa. And here's a wild pitch. Goes back to the backstop. Atwell will go to third. Did Via Escusa bat left-handed earlier in the game? Well, it just seems like he did. He's listed as a right-handed hitter. And I could be wrong. The count is 1-0.
I think we do have 2 switch hitters in this lineup, even though they're not listed as such.
That pitch low, ball 2-0.
The lineup that was handed me by Coach Matias Carrillo had 2 guys in red ink and 2 guys in blue ink.
2 outs, a run in, a runner at third. Fly ball, center field, back goes to Bonneville. Thomas has a bead on it. He'll wait for it to land in his mitt for out number 3. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Chukars lead the Vibes 14-3. Bottom of 8, new pitcher on the mound for the Vibe. His name is Juan Valle. He replaces Pedro Osuna,
who went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, both were earned, walked 1 batter, and struck out none. So a mixed bag for Ozuna, but 2 2/3 as a reliever.
Juan Valle comes into the game. 18 years old, right-hander, 5'11", 180. This will be his 4th game of the year for Juan Valle. In those 3 games, he's worked 3 2/3, given up 8 hits. He's struck out 3, walked 5, and he has a win on the season, ERA of 7.36. And he'll face Jordan Garr to lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. Chukars with an 11-point lead, another football score here at the ballpark. And the pitch from Valle is down low.
Round numbers for football, 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Next pitch inside, fastball, it's 2-0.
Of course, a couple extra points on there as well.
Bottom of 8. Chukars trying to even their record at 5-5 this year, as Jordan Garr takes the next pitch high, ball 3. Jordan 1 for 4, singled his last time up. The kick and the 3-0 pitch, called strike 1, 3-1. The Madres come to town tomorrow. Las Madres de Idaho Falls taking on this Rocky Mountain Vibes team. Another Copa night. 3-1 pitch, low ball 4.
And I don't know if the Vibes have brought their jerseys with them, but they also have a Copa identity, the Lloronas de Montaña Rocosa.
And it'll bring up Chuck Steele. Steele leading things off. Again, this will be his 6th at-bat of the game, which is about normal for this team. Chuck has fouled out to the third baseman twice, doubled and scored in the 4th, walked and scored in the 5th, and popped out to the second baseman in the 6th. So Chuck officially 1 for 4. First pitch to Steele is chopped foul behind the plate. Nobody holding on the runner Gar, so he won't be going anywhere. Right-hander in the Chukars bullpen. Well, 2 nights ago, the starter Dubsky went 5, and then 3 pitchers came in. Tonight, Binder go 5. Line drive. It's going to be caught on the run at the shoelaces by Esparza, the left fielder. He's made a couple of nice grabs. That was a sinking line drive that Esparza caught at his shoe tops on the run. Here's Alex Monge. 3 hits and 4 at-bats. He's scored twice and he's knocked in 2. Nate Jenkins warming up for the Chukars to pitch the 9th. Monge looking for a 4-hit night, takes the first pitch for a called strike. He has hit in every game the Chukars have played this year. He had been batting 9th. Good spot, batting 2nd tonight. That pitch is at the knees for a called strike, and it's 0-2. 1 out, 1 on. We're in the bottom of the 8th as we play out the string on this Wednesday night. Another 3-hour plus game. Alex lets it go high before a ball, 1-2. On deck is Matt Feinstein. Chukars with a big 6 in the 1st, and they haven't looked back. That pitch high, 2-2. The big hit in the 1st was Thomas de Bonville's 3-run home run. Chukars added 4 more in the 4th. And there's a strike 3 called. Out number 2. Only the 2nd strikeout by Chukars hitters. Now here's Matt Feinstein. Singled in the 1st, singled in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. Flied to left, flied to right. 3 for 5 with an RBI. Gar, the runner at first base, with 2 outs. And the pitch to Matt is a called strike 1. This is Juan Valle. Next pitch, that finds the outside corner. And it's 0-2 on Matt Feinstein, who came into the game leading the Pioneer League in batting average at .516, and that could be going up if he gets a base hit here. 0-2, inside, 1-2. Feinstein hitting over 600 here at Melaleuca. The 1-2 pitch, Valle to Feinstein. And he does have a base hit down the right field line. That's going to roll to the wall. And being sent home is Jordan Gar. Here's the throw to third. It's going to be a stand-up triple for Matt Feinstein. That's his 3rd triple of the season. So Matt goes 4 for 6 with a couple of RBI. Scoring was Gar on the play. And it brings up the first baseman, Andrew Don. Ball hit hard down the first base line. The right fielder, Barbosa, couldn't catch it before it rolled to the fence. Andrew, the only Chucker without a base hit. Takes the pitch outside, ball. Oh, excuse me, called strike one. Chuckers now with 6 triples on the season, and Matt has half of those. That pitch outside, nice backhanded stop by the catcher. Via Escusa. In the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Vibes. 15-3. Swung on and fouled out of play by Don. It's 1-2. And it looks like we'll have Nate Jenkins coming into the game in the 9th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit right to the third baseman. That's Salazar. His throws in time. And that'll be it for the Chuckers, but they score 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. They leave 1 man left on base. We go to the 9th. Idaho Falls leads Rocky Mountain by a 15-3 score. Last chance for the Vibes. They're down 15-3. On the mound for the Chuckers will be Nate Jenkins. Jenkins in his 4th game out of the bullpen. He's worked 6 innings, has given up 4 earned runs. He's walked 2, struck out 5, ERA of 6. Opposing batters hitting .304, and he replaces Q Logan, who went 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned. Walked 1 and struck out 1. And the batter will be Antonio Villascusa. No, he made the last out of the inning. It's going to be Griffin Barnes. Barnes has had a perfect night. He has doubled and singled twice. So 7, 8, 9 to face Nate Jenkins. And the first pitch is a base hit up the middle. So Griffin Barnes has a 4-hit night. And that'll bring up Josh Esparza. Esparza tonight is 0 for 2 with a sac fly. That's 10 hits for the Vibes. Chuckers have 16, but 15-3 in the column that counts, and the bat of Esparza goes halfway near the bullpen of Rocky Mountain. So the bat boy will bring the lumber back to Esparza. That thing flew down the third baseline. And foul ball Paul is right on top of things. He brings out some stickum for the batter to use. That's an all-star move by Chucker bat boy. Foul ball Paul. Runner at first base, nobody out. We're in the ninth. The kick and the pitch from Jenkins. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 0-2. Jake Binder will win his second game of the season in 2 starts. Loser will be Jose Martinez. His record will drop to 1-1. No save in the game. And the 0-2 delivery, low. Nice block job by Bronson Butcher. Checkers put this one away early with a 6-run first. 1-2. Hit to right field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Feinstein gets it before it rolls to the fence, and he'll hold the batter Esparza to a single. And it brings up the number 9 hitter, Eduardo Ceballos, the second baseman.
Number 2, second baseman, Eduardo Ceballos.
Ceballos 1 for 3. Tyler Petersen has gone down to the field, ready for our post-game interview. Here's the pitch to the batter. It's fouled, third base side. That's Ceballos. He'll be followed by Perez. 2 on and nobody out. Three hours and 14 minutes our ball game right now. 10:30 Mountain Time. The 0-1, high fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slocum will be on the mound for the Chuckers tomorrow night. Joe Slocum. And for the Rocky Mountain Vibes, TBA to be announced. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball could be 2. Gar to Manji for the relay in time for out number 2. A 4-6-3 double play. Second double play the Chuckers have turned tonight. Over to third base goes Barnes on the play, and we go to the top of the order for Brandon Perez, who is hitless in 4 at-bats.
Number 5, the shortstop, Brandon Perez.
Chuckers trying to improve their home record to 4-3. First pitch to Perez, swing and a miss on a pitch that was outside and upstairs. Some high heat from Nate Jenkins, trying to keep the boys from Rocky Mountain off the scoreboard here in the 9th. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. That time Jenkins pulled the string, and way out in front was Perez on the swing. Make some noise, Chucker fans, says Javier Hernandez. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Did it hit him? Nearly hit him. Perez got out of the way. The count now 1-2. The kick and the 1-2 from Jenkins. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Butcher will make the throw to first, and the Chuckers win on this Wednesday night. Final score, Idaho Falls 15 and Rocky Mountain 3. Stick around for the Westmark Credit Union post-game show coming up right here on KSPZ The Sports Zone. Chukars win 15-3. Let's go down to the field. Tyler Petersen with our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game.
Thank you, John. Here with our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game, Thomas Ceballos. Thomas, a 3-run home run for you tonight, again the opposite field. What have you seen on that pitch?
Outside fastball, he threw one the pitch before, same pitch, so I just straight back.
You had a 4-hit night last game, on your birthday, no less. More extra base hits tonight for you. What's working well for you to play right now?
Early in the season, I was double loading, so I'm just trying to make sure I stay low back and just fire those hands at the ball.
Another great crowd tonight on a Wednesday. We had a lot of people listening on the radio, 400 fans watching our YouTube live stream. What's your message to the fans tonight?
Go Chukars, baby!
Thomas is the proud owner of a new Domino's 3-topping pizza from Westwood. Domino's with locations on West Broadway in Idaho Falls, Market Way, Ammon, Lincoln, North State Street in Shelley, Parkway Drive, Blackfoot, West Main, and Rigby. Thomas, enjoy your pizza. Thanks, guy.
GME and AMC to the moon!
John, back to you.
Thank you, Tyler Petersen, and thank you, Thomas de Bonville. Yep, he visited de Bonville tonight with that 3-run home run in the first. Back to wrap things up here from Melaleuca Field on KSPZ.
What happened in the ninth?
Yeah.
Barnes.
Final totals in just a minute. Right now, time to check some scores, and first off, we'll start in the Kansas City Royals minor league organization. Former Chukars, still with the Royals. Mike Amodi, he was the all-star catcher back in 2019, went 1 for 4 in the ball game, and Anthony Veneziano worked 4 innings, struck out 7 for Quad Cities. Columbia, the Fireflies, Juan Carlos Negret, who led the Chukars in home runs in their Pioneer League season 2019. He hit a home run for the Fireflies. He went 2 for 5 with his 3rd home run of the year. For Northwest Arkansas, the Royals Texas League team, catcher Freddie Fermin went 2 for 3. And the Omaha Storm Chasers, nothing to mention there because they were shut out in their ball game. So no highlights from former Chukars in that one. Now here's Tyler with the Major League scoreboard.
The Cubs stopped the hot Padres. They won 6-1 in Chicago. The Mets with a 7-6 win over the D-backs. The Mets with the go-ahead run in the top of the 9th, the 10th save for Edwin Diaz. The Orioles finally win a ball game after a let's call it a long, cold streak. 6-3 over the Twins. Dobnak takes the loss. That's his 5th loss of the season. John, your Yankees 4-3 over the Rays.
About time.
Jordan Montgomery with his 3rd win of the season. Chapman with his 12th save. In Toronto, or rather in Dundee, or rather in Buffalo, the Blue Jays won 6-5 over the Marlins. 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th off of closer Yimi Garcia. They won that ball game by 1 run. The Nationals 5-3 over the Braves in Atlanta. Daniel Hudson picks up his 4th win of the season. Brad Hand with his 9th save. The Astros 2-1 over the Red Sox in Houston. Presley with his 8th save. Nick Pivetta, his first loss as a Red Sox. He's now 6-1. The Rockies picked up a win 6-3 over the Texas Rangers in Colorado. Anthony Senzatella improves his record to 2-5. Josh Barr with his 6th save of the season. The Dodgers, an 11-run first inning got them started. A Chukars-like start to that game, John. They won 14-3 over the Cardinals. Walker Buehler, still a perfect 4-0 on the season. A couple of rainouts, one in Cincinnati between the Phillies and the Reds, and one in Cleveland with the Indians and the White Sox. One game still going on. The A's up 5-0 on the Mariners in the top of the 9th.
And in the Pioneer League tonight, Great Falls picks up its first win of the season. They defeat Billings by the score of 7-2. It was Ogden down in Grand Junction 10-3. And Missoula led Boise 6-0 in the 9th, top of the 9th. They scored 10 runs in the top of the 9th. Missoula leads Boise by a 16-0 score. And some other scores before we wrap things up. In the NBA, the Jazz win their series with the Grizzlies, 126-110. The Hawks win their series with the Knicks, 103-89. The Sixers win their series with the Wizards, 129-112. And with 40 seconds to go in the 4th quarter, the Mavericks lead the Clippers by 1. That series is tied 2 games apiece. Final line score for tonight's ball game here at the Luke for the Chukars: 15 runs, 16 hits. They committed 1 error, left 10 men on base. And for the Rocky Mountain Vibes, 3 run on 11 hits. They committed 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Winning pitcher Jake Binder, now 2-0 on the season. The loser Jose Martinez drops to 1-1. 3 home runs were hit in the ball game, all by the Chukars. Thomas de Bombville in the first inning with 2 on, his 3rd of the year. Bronson Butcher in the 6th inning, a solo shot, his 3rd of the year. And Webb Little in the 7th inning, a solo shot, his 2nd of the season. The game took 3 hours and 17 minutes to play in front of a Wednesday night crowd of 925. Tyler, any final words?
Well, join us tomorrow for our 2nd Madres home game of the year. It'll be a Madres Thursday, and the 2nd of 6 against this Rocky Mountain team, the 2nd of 24 as well. So get used to them. We'll see a lot of them. Great ball game tonight.
Once again, the final score tonight's game, the Idaho Falls Chukars 15 and the Rocky Mountain Vibes 3. Chukars again will play the same team tomorrow night. Same time, same location, same air time, right at 7 o'clock. Until then, for Tyler Petersen, I'm John Balginy bidding you good night and reminding you that Chukars Baseball is a presentation of KSPZ The Sports Zone, a Sandhill media station. Tonight, the Chukars won by the score of 15-3. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jim.